Check, check. 1 2 1 2. Hey, hey. 5 4 3 2 1. Check, check, check. Hey, hey. 1 2 1 2. 5 4 3 2 1. Check.
We've been serving Knoxville.
Check, check. I can take it whenever you can send it to me, Dusty.
Loyal PK family here in Knoxville. If you have a resume, great. If not, no biggie. Just send us an email and come by and we can schedule a time to chat. The Pizza Kitchen is located on Kingston Pike, just west of Bill Jones Music.
WFIV 105.3 FM, Loudon, Farragut, Lenoir City.
You're listening to West 105.
Well, good evening. Welcome into our first broadcast of the 2025-2026 high school basketball season as the Farragut Admirals and Lady Admirals open play at home tonight against the visiting Tornadoes of Alcoa. And should be a couple of good games here at Lynn Sexton Gymnasium as Farragut and Alcoa on the girls' side of things. Both are playing their first game of the season. Meanwhile, on the boys' side, while it's the opener for the Admirals, Alcoa is already off to a 2-0 start with impressive victories despite not having their full complement of players. They defeated Austin East on Monday 73-54. That was on the road. Then went on the road the following night, Tuesday, and won at Morristown East in lopsided fashion 76-38. So the Alcoa boys, who come in as the Class AA state runner-up a year ago after winning state titles the 2 previous years. So 3 consecutive state championship game appearances for the Alcoa boys. They moved up a class to 3A this year, but they're off to an impressive start again, even without 5 players that are still participating, of course, in football for Alcoa. So that'll be our nightcap as Coach J.P. Burris and his Admirals take on a 2-0 Alcoa squad. And our opener again is the Lady Admirals and the Lady Tornadoes, as Farragut and Alcoa have played 6 times over the last 10 years, with Farragut winning 5 of those. Most recently, an early season, all of these were November matchups, by the way, early season matchups between Farragut and Alcoa over the last decade on the girls' side of things. And it was Farragut in the last meeting, November 20th of 2021, Farragut winning 52-37. Farragut, in fact, has won the last 3, defeating Alcoa in 2019, 71-61, and in 2018, Farragut with a 22-point victory, 72-50. Alcoa's last win in the series, the Lady Tornadoes won 49-45 here at Farragut back on November 16th of 2017. Prior to that, they played the 2 previous years, Farragut with a 46-30 victory and a 68-38 victory back in 2015. But Alcoa's girls were 25-9 last season. Outstanding year for them as they advanced to the sectional and had the misfortune of running into McMinn Central yet again. 3rd straight season that the Lady Tornadoes had their season come to an end down in Etowah, Inglewood area, with McMinn Central winning 72-50 last year. You go back to 2022, and Alcoa won the sectional over McMinn Central, went 1-1 then at the state tournament. But Coach David Ballman, who was the longtime boys basketball coach at William Blount, the head coach at Alcoa, brings in a good and experienced squad that is now participating in District 5 3A. Meanwhile, for the Lady Admirals, Coach Jason Mayfield, coming off a 23-10 campaign of a year ago. Farragut went 8-2 in District 4 4A. The Lady Admirals, with only the losses last year against Bearden in district play, and Farragut would advance to the region semifinals, where they fell to Oak Ridge 70-62, having defeated Powell in the region opener 43-23. But the Lady Admirals again concluded last year with a 23-10 mark. Coach Jason Mayfield's beginning his 14th year at the helm. His overall coaching record, 284 wins, 124 losses, a .696 winning percentage. And Farragut has been a sectional participant in 2013, 2014, 2015, 2022, and 2024. Of course, the state runners-up in 2022 under Coach Jason Mayfield. You look back at who Farragut is trying to make up for, having lost to graduation a year ago, and it was 3 seniors on the 2024-2025 squad. J.C. Newbert, who was right there with K.J. McNeely among as the Farragut kind of co-leading scorers on the season. So Newbert, the shooting guard, gone. Annie Priest, who had been such a versatile player for Farragut, solid all-around player for Farragut for 4 years. Priest graduated as well, as did Kyra Ray. But you look at who Farragut brings back, and certainly K.J. McNeely heads the list as KJ, along with Trinity Curry, probably the most experienced of Coach Mayfield's returners. And on the Farragut boys side of things, as they play our later game, you've got 5 seniors, I believe, that will occupy the starting positions tonight for Coach J.P. Burris. And the Admirals coming off a 20-win season a year ago, 20-14, as Farragut on the boys side of things fell in the region opener, region semifinal, won at Powell 71-67, then advanced to the regional semifinal where they took on Oak Ridge and saw their season come to an end against the Wildcats. Oak Ridge, by the way, going to be one of those new District 4 4A members this year. We'll talk more about that new district alignment when we return, but first we're about to have the playing of the national anthem here at Lynn Sexton Gymnasium. Farragut and Alcoa coming up just a couple of minutes away. Let's get a break for our sponsors. We'll return with more as you listen to Farragut Basketball on West 105.
WFIV 105.3 FM, Loudon, Farragut, Lenore City.
You're listening to West 105.
You never think about your garage door until there's a little...
Uh-oh. Oh, no.
Or even the occasional...
Now that can be good.
That's why the pros at Precision Garage Door Service are available same day with fully stocked trucks to fix it fast. So we can turn uh-oh into...
Oh my, wow.
Precision Garage Door Service, the name you can trust. Leaky pipes.
Oh no!
Toilets clogged.
Oh crap!
Don't freak out, just call us. Problem solved.
Okay.
No job too big, no job too small.
Oh, great.
Repairs, installs, relax, we do it all.
Valley Plumbing. Any plumbing issue, anytime. Call your Valley Plumbing professionals today at 865-351-0643 or visit valleyplumbingtn.com. That's valleyplumbingtn.com.
Looking for a mortgage that fits your needs? At Hearthside Bank, we offer a variety of mortgage solutions to help you get into your dream home. Whether you're a first-time home buyer or refinancing, our team is here to guide you every step of the way. With competitive rates, personalized service, and flexible terms, we have the right mortgage for you. Visit us today and let's make your homeownership dreams a reality. Hearthside Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Eric Gerhardt back with you here at Lynn Sexton Gymnasium, Dusty Street in our WFIV studios. Nick Blankenship behind the camera. If you're watching the video stream, Admiral video stream on YouTube, I believe there's a direct link if you go to FarragutAdmiralsBasketball.com, or you can just get on YouTube and search for the 105.3 WFIV YouTube channel, hit the live option, and that will take you to tonight's video stream with our WFIV audio accompanying. The Alcoa Lady Tornadoes visiting team in the road black with the white numerals. Looks like they're outlined perhaps in maroon, and they have been introduced. We'll get you those starters here in just a moment for Coach David Ballman. It's opener for Alcoa as it is for Farragut. Again, the Alcoa boys have actually played a couple of games, a couple of impressive wins thus far. For the Lady Admirals, again, 23-10 a year ago, coached by Jason Mayfield. He's assisted by former Lady Admirals standouts Madison Maples and Sue Kim. And Farragut will start with number 2, Lily Mullins. Farragut in the home white with the Navy numerals outlined in gray. Number 12, Reagan Sheridan. Number 20, Trinity Curry. Number 22, KJ McNeely. And rounding out the starting 5, Libby Slagle, number 23, 5'8", a sophomore. So you got Slagle, 5'8", a sophomore. McNeely, 6'1", a senior. Curry, a 6-foot junior. Sheridan, 5'9", a junior. And Lily Mullins, a 5'4", senior. Alcoa, meanwhile, will have Katie Bremer, a sophomore, number 5. Number 3, Hallie Bailey, senior, outstanding softball player. Jumping center will be Gwen Carroll, a senior. She's jumping against KJ McNeely. And we are full speed ahead. Alcoa wins the opening toss. And the Lady Tornadoes are going to launch a 3 from the top of the key and connect. Briley Flatt, a junior, knocks down a 3 on the first shot attempt of the ball game. Head of the circle. Flatt knocks it down, and Alcoa leads 3-0. Just underway in our girls game. Boys action to follow here this evening from Farragut's Lynn Sexton Gymnasium. Alcoa in not man-to-man defense. Curry got the ball in the paint, missed the jumper from mid-range. Rebounded away by Alcoa. Bailey in front court, moves into the lane, fires right side. Here's Carroll trying a 3 from the right wing. It is no good. KJ McNeely, good backside rebound, and leads the break back the other way. She's bumped by Maddie Stewart. McNeely's going to launch a 3. It's offline and will skip out of bounds over the baseline. So let's see. Haley Bailey, senior in the starting lineup for Alcoa. Katie Bremer, sophomore, number 5. Briley Flatt, who hit the 3 to begin the scoring, a junior, number 22. Number 23, Gwen Carroll, who misfired on a 3. She's a senior. And Maddie Stewart, also a senior for Alcoa. Farragut applying some pressure out top with Libby Slagle. Farragut looks 1-3-1 here. Left side, it's Bailey with the ball into the corner. It'll go to Flatt. She'll drive the baseline and hits the floater. So Flatt gets free along the left baseline, and that would be a soft spot on the 1-3-1 zone, that baseline drive, and Farragut unable to cut it off early enough, and so it's a 5-0 lead with Briley Flatt having all the scoring for Alcoa. McNeely works off Curry's screen out top. Now tries to lob it inside to her. Beautiful entry feed. Trinity missed in close, got her own miss, puts it back up and in. Beautiful feed over the top from McNeely to Curry. And Farragut's on the board as Curry missed, but followed up her miss with a shot that was good. And now the ball on the floor, knocked into rear court by Farragut. Here's a steal by Sheridan, gives it to Slagle, ahead to McNeely, and McNeely lays it up and in. Farragut forces the first turnover of the game, and McNeely, the benefactor of Reagan Sheridan's good play, knocking it away from a Lady Tornado who was on the deck in Alcoa's rear court after Farragut had deflected the ball away from Alcoa. Here's Bailey looping it to Bremer. Bremer driving into the lane. A lot of traffic, missed badly, but it's saved by Alcoa into the basket. Gwen Carroll fires it into the corner to Briley Flatt. Flatt double teamed on the wing, loops it to Bailey right side. 3-pointer blocked by Reagan Sheridan. Now they'll call a foul. And they're going to give her 3 free throws. Yeah, they said number 5. There's no number 5 on the floor for Farragut. So I guess they're giving it to Reagan Sheridan, and 5 shooting the free throws. First toss is good. Second toss, Katie Bremer, good as well. And I'm going to assume that was on Sheridan. Had to be, although she thought she got a clean block. Here's the third free throw, no good. Curry with the rebound. So Bremer hits 2 of 3, and Alcoa leads 6-4. Farragut in front court. Lily Mullins driving left baseline into the corner to KJ McNeely for a 3-pointer, no good. Reagan Sheridan sneaks in, grabs the miss, lays it up and in. Reagan Sheridan comes from the perimeter. Nobody put a body on her. Sheridan got the board and the basket. 7-6. Alcoa leading. Sheridan got a steal, second turnover. Both of them steals by Reagan Sheridan in front court. It's going to be McNeely all the way to the basket with the right hand. The shot won't go, but a foul committed, the first of the ball game for Alcoa. It goes against Briley Flatt. 7-6, Alcoa leading. And KJ McNeely with Farragut's first free throw of the season, up and good. KJ averaged about 12.5 points a game last year. Certainly it is plausible that she could become Farragut's all-time leading rebounder if she stays healthy in this her senior season. Second free throw rattles home, good. Farragut leads 8-7. Lady Admirals in front court. Alcoa in front court. Lady Tornadoes, Bremer working out top, gives the ball off to Flat, guarded there by Slagle. Double teamed as they work around a moving screen set by Alcoa, and they're going to call a foul on Farragut. It's a tough call on Anna Corum. Anna Corum is checked into the ball game, picks up the foul. So you got Corum, Mullins, Slagle, Sheridan, and McNeely. Good penetration by Bailey, and then leaves it off for the layup by Maddie Stewart. Well, credit Hallie Bailey. She created that play. McNeely, a crossover top of the key down the right side of the lane, leaves it in the right corner for Sheridan's three-pointer that is no good. Good box out and weak side rebound by Alcoa's Maddie Stewart. Long pass ahead to Quinn Carroll. Carroll up with a shot off the glass, won't go. McNeely, a defensive board for Farragut. Midway through our first quarter, Alcoa leading 9-8. McNeely in front court, guarded by Carroll. Moves left. Alcoa in a zone as McNeely spins left side of the paint, scoops it up with the left hand. Tough shot by KJ and got it to go. Nothing but net for the Farragut senior. Lady Admiral seesaw in front, 10-9. Driving in off the right side, Gwen Carroll into the paint. Leaves it out top for a three-point attempt that is going to be short off the front of the rim by Briley Flat. And another rebound by McNeely. Coach Mayfield says slow the pace down a little bit. Alora Branham and Jana Carbaugh set to check in at the scores table for Farragut, and they'll get the opportunity as Alcoa deflects a pass out of bounds. Maddie Stewart flashes in front of a ball intended for Anna Corum, knocked it into the scores table. So Slagle and Mullins check out, and Farragut gets Jana Carbaugh into the ball game, along with Alora Branham. Branham a freshman, Carbaugh a freshman as well. McNeely, Alcoa has subbed and immediately into the ball game, having just come into the ball game. Ronique Garner is going to pick up the foul. Garner, number 2, a sophomore for Alcoa, and that will be the second foul on the Lady Tornadoes. Farragut lobbing in off the sideline, and it's going to be stolen away by Alcoa. Long pass in front court, and McNeely blocks the shot, and they call a foul. Wow. McNeely, with what appeared to be a stellar block, as kind of coasting for the layup after the Farragut turnover was Gwen Carroll, and McNeely hustling from behind, caught up, blocked the shot, but they called the foul on her. And so now Carroll shoots a free throw and hits it. McNeely with her first foul, team third. Second free throw is good. So we've had 2 blocks by Farragut that have been called fouls, and it's 11-10. Alcoa leading by 1 as Farragut inbounds against a press, and Farragut is going to be bumped from behind. Katie Bremer picks up the personal foul out of the press of Alcoa as she rams into Jana Carbaugh from the backside. So now Farragut with Reagan Sheridan inbounding with Garner fronting her. In it comes to McNeely, double teamed in rear court. McNeely dribbling right, goes behind her back, into front court, fires it left side. That'll be Farragut's Jana Carbaugh driving into the lane, and her shot is going to be blocked nicely by Bremer of Alcoa. And now the pass in front court is thrown away. Gwen Carroll fires it a little too far out in front of teammate Hallie Berry. And third turnover here in the opening quarter for Alcoa. Trinity Curry back into the ball game will give Reagan Sheridan a breather. 11-10, Alcoa leading with 3:03 to go in our first quarter. McNeely against a press inside rear court, trying to get it in. That ball's going to be knocked out of bounds by Bremer. So Bremer contesting the inbound feed in front court intended for Jana Carbaugh, knocks it into the Farragut student section across the way. So now in front court, across the way, it's McNeely inbounding. Lobs in the post to Curry and lays it up and in. Beautiful pass by McNeely on the inbound. They went for the steal, Didn't get it, and that left Curry all by her lonesome to lay it up and in. Trinity's got a couple of baskets, and Farragut goes back in front 12-11. On the right side with the ball, Briley Flat. They'll swing it around out top to Gwen Carroll. Carroll got a screen, drives the lane, threw it at the feet of a teammate, and that's a turnover. McNeely comes up with a steal. Then we've got a collision in rear court and a foul on Garner, which will be her second. So Alcoa commits its fourth turnover. Farragut has just one. However, Lady Admiral's not fully capitalizing on that statistical advantage, leading just 12-11 with 2:41 to go in our first quarter. Alcoa pressing. Powell comes into Lily Mullins back into the ballgame. Double teamed in rear court, threw it away. So Mullins was double teamed. And she and KJ just not on the same page. As Lily looking to get the ball to KJ and skipped it behind her. KJ says, my bad. Second turnover for Farragut. Shot up right side of the paint, and a foul on Farragut's Carball as Katie Bremer draws the foul. So Jana Carball, Farragut freshman, picks up her first and the team fourth. Both teams with 4 fouls here early on. And Alcoa making a living at the free throw line in this first quarter, as the free throw is up and no good this time by Bremer, her 4th free throw attempt of the opening stanza. Garner with those 2 fouls checks out of the ball game. Gwen Carroll back into the lineup for Coach David Ballman. Second toss by Bremer, too strong. Long rebound though for Alcoa, and they're going to have a held ball as Farragut reaching in with Branham was able to tie up, I believe, Briley Flat. And so as a result, on the alternate possession, Farragut gets the ball. Gwen Carroll fronting KJ McNeely. She tries to inbound off the baseline. Nobody coming open, and it'll be a 5-second count. Not a lot of movement out of Farragut coming to help out KJ. And so a third turnover for the Lady Admirals. 12-11, and I believe Alcoa using a 30-second timeout. So boys action to follow. I mentioned that the girls, Farragut and Alcoa, have played a total of 6 times over the last decade, with Farragut holding a 5-1 advantage. On the boys' side of things, over the last 17 years, Farragut and Alcoa have met just 5 times, Farragut leading 3-2 in that more recent history. Certainly you could dive way back into the archives and find some other matchups. But I believe that's about it for at least the lion's share of the 21st century. Alcoa with the ball coming out of the timeout. Right side 3 put up by Stinnett just into the ball game. Freshman no good. Backside rebound is going to be tipped out by Alcoa. Then a collision in the pursuit for a loose basketball, and Alcoa is going to get the foul. And that's going to be Briley Flat picking up, I believe, her second and the team 5th. 2:23 to go in our first quarter, so that means both teams shooting free throws. Farragut sends Carball to the line. Jana Carball, 5'7" freshman, with a free throw attempt, no good. So with those 2 fouls, Briley Flat goes to the bench for Alcoa. Second toss, no good. Missed them both. Ball's loose, and Alcoa just does get to it. Lady Tornadoes in front court, dribble it off a foot, and we're going to have a held ball, surely. And so it'll go to Alcoa this time on the possession arrow. Harper Stinnett into the ball game for Alcoa. Maddie Stewart, I believe, just returned to the lineup, joining Bailey and Flat's out. Carroll in the ball game. Ball thrown away. McNeely comes up with it, brings it in front court. KJ, little hesitation, moves down low on the right block, puts a shot up, no good. Beautiful tip. Tipped her own miss back up and in. Nicely done. KJ's got 8 in this opening quarter. Farragut up 14-11. And then down low, it's Bailey making her way to the basket for Alcoa and drawing a foul, as Farragut's Lily Mullins picks up her first. Team fifth, and shooting a pair will be Hallie Bailey. Free throw up and good. Lily Mullins checks out of the ball game. 14-12, Farragut leading. Ninth free throw of this opening quarter for Alcoa is good by Bailey. And it's 14-13, Farragut by 1. Lady Admirals have gotten Livy Slagle back into the ball game. Sophomore, number 23. She's going to launch a three, left side, left-hander, nothing but net. Got the feed from the right side from KJ McNeely, and Slagle with a good look knocks down Farragut's first three of the ball game. Lady Admirals leading 17-13. Out high with it, Bailey. Minute 25 to go in our first quarter. Slagle matches up against her as it looks like Farragut's back zone here. And the pass comes right side, and nice steal. Farragut knocked the ball away. Alora Branham with the steal. And the Lady Admirals in front court. At the point for the time being, Jana Carball. Carball slides right. McNeely moves left. Carball's pass intended for was deflected. Carball grabs it back. Now inside, Curry's going to lose a handle on a ball that she never really got from Branham on a baseline drive. And Farragut with its fourth turnover as Alcoa's Bailey drives into the lane and will draw a foul. And they will call this on Farragut's Alora Branham. Her first, team sixth, I think. Free throw, no good. It's the 10th free throw for Alcoa in this first quarter. Farragut leading 17-13. 50 seconds to play. McNeely checking out. Also checking out for Farragut, Alora Branham. So Lady Admirals have got Anna Corum, Livy Slagle, Jana Carball, Trinity Curry, Reagan Sheridan on the floor. Second toss for Bailey. Missed them both. Lady Admirals by 4. Anna Corum to Reagan Sheridan. Sheridan out top, gets a screen by Curry. They switch out top as Stewart now is on Sheridan. Pass nearly thrown away. Nice save by Carball on the left baseline. She fires it inside to Trinity Curry, who muscles up a shot underneath. Good. Farragut flirting with a turnover, instead gets a basket from Curry inside to lead 19-13, and now a wild pass from out top. Harper Stinnett maybe thought she had a teammate cutting along the baseline, but there was nobody home, and that ball thrown off the pad near the cheerleaders. And the 7th turnover for Alcoa. 11 seconds to go in our opening quarter. Reagan Sheridan with the ball. Farragut leading 19-13. Sheridan drives left all the way down the lane. Nobody came over to help, and Sheridan goes uncontested to the basket. And that'll do it. First quarter in the books. That shot will not count as Bailey hit from beyond midcourt, but the horn had already sounded. The horn had already sounded, and so it's Reagan Sheridan with the final points of our opening quarter. Got a step on her defender. Alcoa absolutely no help defense at all, and Sheridan uncontested to the basket, leads it after one. The Lady Admirals lead it after one, 21-13. Back in 1 minute with second quarter action in our girls contest as you listen to Farragut High School Hoops on West 105, worldwide at WFIV.com, and the Admiral video stream on 105.3 WFIV's YouTube channel.
Whether you're cheering on the home team or building your dream home, David's Abbey Carpet and Floors has you covered. From engineered hardwood to luxury vinyl, elegant porcelain to natural stone, David's has the winning design for every room and the championship team ready to help you score the perfect floor. Locally owned and proud to serve our communities from locations in Farragut, Maryville, and Pigeon Forge. Visit David's Abbey Carpet and Floors in-store or online today, where the Admirals shop for floors.
Merry Christmas from everyone at Citizens Bank, and a friendly reminder to stay alert for scams this season. Watch for fake social media giveaways, requests for payment by gift card, or imposters posing as bank employees. Citizens Bank digital banking tools can help you keep tabs on your accounts so you can celebrate more and worry less. Visit citizensbank24.com. Member FDIC.
Eric Gerhardt back with you here at Farragut's Lynn Sexton Gymnasium, opening night of the 2025-26 high school basketball season. Dusty Street in our WFIB studios. And if you're watching the Admiral video stream on 105.3 WFIB's YouTube channel, Nick Blankenship behind the camera. KJ McNeely drives the lane on the first possession of the second quarter, misses with the left hand. Alcoa rebounds it away. Farragut leading 21-13. Lady Admirals with Anna Corum, Jalen Carbaugh, Libby Slagle, KJ McNeely, and Reagan Sheridan on the floor to begin the second quarter. Alcoa with the ball out top in the hands of Katie Bremer. Bremer off at the free throw line to Stewart. Stewart drives the lane, tough angle. Shot won't go from the right block. Ball's tipped, goes right to Alcoa, and in the lane, Gwen Carroll lays it up and in, and Alcoa's on the board first in our second quarter. 21-15, Farragut by 6. Alcoa led early 7-4. So from that point, Farragut outscored Alcoa in that first quarter. Here's McNeely, got away from her defender all the way to the basket, but missed the shot. Alcoa the rebound, outlet. They've got the numbers, but they threw it away. Trying to get out on the break. The pass is thrown over the outstretched hand of Maddie Stewart, and that'll be turnover number 8 for Alcoa. So, to finish that thought, 17-6, Farragut with the scoring advantage after trailing 7-4 early. McNeely moves to the right elbow, puts up a 15-footer, and hits it. KJ McNeely, now in double figures, has 10. Farragut leads by 8, 23-15. Left side. Ball knocked away. Bailey, I don't know if that was a pass or if the ball was stripped, but Curry came up with it, gives to McNeely. McNeely fires underneath to Corum. Corum didn't shoot down low on the right block. Instead, back to McNeely for a three that is good. KJ knocks down Farragut's second three. The Lady Tornadoes with their 9th turnover at one end, and McNeely with the 3 at the other, and Farragut enjoying its biggest lead thus far at 26-15 with 6:06 to play in our first half, and Coach David Ballman of Alcoa using a full timeout. Timeout on the court. Let's get a 30-second break for our sponsors. We'll return with more as you listen to Farragut High School basketball on West 105 around the world at WFIB.com and the Admiral video stream on 105.3 WFIB's YouTube channel.
LCUB Fiber Internet is the ultimate neighborhood connection. Thousands of LCUB electric customers already enjoy our lightning-fast, symmetrical gig-speed fiber internet with unlimited data, lag-free streaming and gaming, and enough bandwidth for all your family's devices. Starting at just $69.99 a month, Wi-Fi equipment included. Enjoy fixed pricing, free installation, no contracts, and local customer service. Check availability at LCUB.com and get connected now.
26-15. Lady Admirals of Farragut lead the visiting Lady Tornadoes of Alcoa with 6:06 to go in our second quarter. Farragut was up 21-13 at the quarter break. Alcoa on the board first to begin the second quarter with a basket by Gwen Carroll on a sort of fortuitous look what found me type of play in the paint. Farragut has since gotten a couple of baskets from McNeely. Shot missed by Alcoa, but they keep it alive. Harper Stinnett does so, gives to Bailey. Bailey into the paint with a right-handed floater off the glass, no good, and McNeely with a strong rebound. Working against Gwen Carroll in rear court. Now McNeely across the timeline for the Lady Admirals. KJ's got 13 of Farragut's 26. Drifts left, hands off to the Lady Admiral Zoe Porter, seeing her first action. Inside to Curry, kick out to Corum right side. Could have shot the three, instead gives to Porter out top. Right side pass nearly stolen away. Corum and Porter not on the same page, and Alcoa nearly had a steal, but succeeded only in knocking it out of bounds across the way. So McNeely to inbound for Farragut, side front court. They'll lob over the top, down low to Curry, and a block shot that is a foul. Maddie Stewart trying to recover defensively after they lobbed over the top of her, and McNeely has done that successfully now a couple of times on the inbound in front court. And Stewart picks up her first personal foul. Toss is up and good by Trinity Curry, her first free throw of the night. Good free throw shooter. Good shooter, period. Second toss, good as well. Curry, the junior, has 8. She'll check out. Back into the ball game for Coach Jason Mayfield, Livy Slagle. 28-15. Farragut leading. Out top of the ball, Stinnett gives left side to Bailey. Bailey off to Flatt. Flatt in there with 2 fouls. Bailey moves to the free throw line, guarded by Corum, gives back to Flatt. Now Corum takes her on a switch, picks up her dribble, bounces it off on the perimeter to Maddie Stewart. Reagan Sheridan on her, trying to work right side of the paints. Turnaround jumper by Stewart is no good. And they're going to say that is off Alcoa. That's a little surprising. I thought that might have been off of Farragut. Sheridan hit the deck. Thought perhaps she had touched it last, but the official didn't see it that way. So Farragut with the ball and a 13-point lead. 4:45 to go. Opening quarter, first half, second quarter. Livy Slagle into the paint. Left side, Anna Corum. Corum back to Slagle. Three-pointer out top, a little bit flat. Short off the front of the rim. Saved inbounds by Alcoa and then knocked out of bounds as Bailey and McNeely collided, and they say it was off of Bailey. And so Farragut retains possession with Sheridan inbounding underneath her own basket. Gwen Carroll defending the inbound, and it comes to McNeely right side, reaching Harper Stinnett for Alcoa. Knocks it away from McNeely, who grabs it back, now makes a beeline to the basket, and trying to scoop up the underhanded shot. It's blocked out of bounds nicely by Stinnett. Farragut retains possession yet again. Mullins into the ball game for Corum. Porter checks out also for Farragut. Into the lineup, Alora Branham. Alcoa subbing at least 3 players out, it looks like. Back into the game, Garner with 2 fouls. Farragut inbounds to Slagle, missed underneath in traffic, rebounded away by Alcoa. Long lead pass in front court to Stewart. Hesitates, now goes up with a shot underneath and scores. So Alcoa gets out in transition, and Stewart with her second basket midway through our second quarter. Farragut leading 28-17. KJ McNeely guarded by Briley Flatt. Farragut with double high posts. Reagan Sheridan takes the bounce pass. Guarded by Garner. Moves left. Gives in the corner for a quick 3 by Branham. Good. The freshman, Alora Branham, with her first basket. A 3 from the left corner. And Farragut leads 31-17. Bailey, top of the key for Alcoa, guarded by Slagle. Crossover, got around Slagle. Mullins comes over, helps out, and is going to be given the foul. Mullins, good help defense, trying to stand her ground and got a hand on top of the ball as Bailey brought it up off the deck, but ruled to have fouled Bailey, so that'll be the second foul on senior Lily Mullins, and she'll lead the ball game between free throws as Carball returns to the lineup for Farragut, and Bailey knocks down the free throw. She's now 3 of 5 from the free throw line. Oliver points at the line. Second toss, no good. McNeely the rebound, and there was a foul called. 2 players hanging on. 2 players hanging on McNeely, and they give Flatt the foul. So that's her third, and she immediately leaves the game. Was only in a few seconds. Here's an inbound feed, and it's deflected. Garner made the deflection, grabbed the loose ball, and scores underneath. Ronique Garner got the turnover and the basket, and Farragut's going to use a timeout. Coach Jason Mayfield using a timeout as a double team in rear court came on KJ McNeely. And so a 30-second timeout being used by Farragut, leading 31-20 with 2:54 to go in our first half. So you look at the foul situation. Farragut's got Lily Mullins with 2. She's on the bench. Garner playing with 2 just a moment ago. Tipped the inbound feed, grabbed the deflection, and scored her first basket of the ball game. But she's got 2 fouls, And also for Alcoa, Briley Flatt, who had returned to the game after sitting for a while, returned with those 2 fouls and quickly picked up a third. So those are the only players on these 2 squads with more than a single personal foul. Farragut leading 31-20. 2:54 to go in our first half. Alcoa currently has 2 team fouls this quarter, Farragut with 1. Alcoa pressing. Farragut side rear court. We'll see once more the quick hands of Garner deflect a pass, this time into the scorer's table. Farragut trying to get the ball inbounds with Libby Slagle. Slagle into McNeely. McNeely into front court, guarded by Stinnett. Moves to the block, right side, gives back on the perimeter to Carbaugh, who backs it out. Off to Sheridan. Sheridan against Bailey, down the left side of the lane. Missed on the runner, tip out by McNeely, but it's picked up by Alcoa's Garner, who then lost it into the scorer's table. Just lost control of her dribble as she tried to get up court, and that'll be turnover number 10 for Alcoa. I think she was to midcourt. Sheridan pulls up, shot short, and that'll go out of bounds and belong to Alcoa. So Farragut with Alora Branham, Libby Slagle, Jana Carbaugh, Reagan Sheridan, and KJ McNeely. Trinity Curry at the scorer's table, ready to return to the lineup at the next break in the action. 2:20 to go first half. With the ball out top, Bremer for Alcoa. Gives to Stinnett. Stinnett drives the lane. Somehow got that shot up amongst multiple defenders. It wouldn't go. Then was deflected out of bounds and ruled to be off of Farragut. So from underneath their own basket, the Lady Tornadoes will have Halle Bailey to inbound. Loops it in out top to Bremer. Bremer inside to Garner. Looked like she took a jump step. And Curry's going to be called for a foul. Excuse me, Alora Branham, I think, given the foul. And if that's correct, that'll be her second. Maddie Stewart's going to leave the game for Alcoa between free throws. Gwen Carroll returns to the lineup. The first free throw by Garner up and no good. Garner second toss, good. She hits 1 of 2. She's got 3 points. It's a 10-point lead for Farragut, 31-21, as McNeely looks to get the ball in bounds, and Farragut's going to throw it away. So a miscommunication. We've had a couple of those. Alcoa has been disruptive with the press. Lady Tornadoes with the ball under the basket. Bailey inbounding. Gets it into Bremer. Bremer off to Carroll. Carroll with a fadeaway from the free throw line. No good. Rims out. KJ McNeely with the rebound. Long pass in front court to Libby Slagle on the right baseline, and her shot may have been blocked. Came up short. Maybe Bailey got a piece of it. Back the other way, Gwen Carroll for Alcoa leaves it off with Bailey. Into the lane, penetrates Bremer, leaves it in the left corner for a 3 that is good by Bailey. First field goal for the senior for Alcoa. And it's a 7-point lead for Farragut, 31-24. McNeely in front court. Lobs inside to Curry. Ball knocked away from her. She grabs it back. Double team down low. And they got her on the arm. That'll be Bremer's second foul. The third on the team this quarter. 1:19 to go in the second quarter. And Farragut checking out Slagle as well as Branham. Inbounding Carbaugh. Bounce pass into McNeely in the right corner. Matching up with her there is Maddie Stewart. Three-pointer for KJ. Bang! Long 3 for KJ on the right side. Nothing but net for the Farragut senior. Her second 3 of this first half. She's got 16. 10-point lead for Farragut. Cross-court pass goes left side to Bremer for Alcoa. She'll penetrate into the lane. Floater with the right hand. No good. Tip by Sheridan. Controlled by Curry of Farragut. Gives back to Sheridan. Reagan Sheridan into front court for the Lady Admirals. Driving all the way to the basket, and the shot rejected. But then Bremer, who made the nice defensive play, sees the ball land in her lap, standing out of bounds underneath the basket. So Farragut with the ball inbounding. Sheridan comes into Curry. Curry up with the shot in front. Good. Trinity now in double figures, and Farragut leads by 12. 40 seconds to go until halftime. Alcoa, that's got to be a walk. Oh, Lord, Bailey got the ball caught up on her hip for an eternity. They miss a shot right side. Farragut grabs the miss with McNeely. The missed shot by Bremer after Bailey obviously either walked or double dribbled. Take your pick. 36-24, 19 seconds to go, and Farragut holding for a final shot. Lady Admirals, I believe biggest lead was at 28-15. It's 12 currently. McNeely sets the play in motion with 7 seconds to go. Drifts right, has a good look for three. Too strong though. Rebound Anna Corum. Shoot it, Anna. Fired it inside instead, and Farragut won't get a shot off. So the Lady Admirals will go to the locker room, leading the Lady Tornadoes of Alcoa in this season opener by a score of 36-24. Lady Admirals up 21-13 at the quarter break, lead it by 12 at halftime. Again, 36-24. Let's get a 2-minute break for our sponsors. We'll return to take a look at the first half numbers on the other side as you listen to Farragut High School Basketball on West 105, around the world, WFIV.com, as well as the Admiral video stream on 105.3 WFIV's YouTube channel.
Hey, it's Matthew Bryan. Trust my local insurance team and me at Bryan Insurance Group for all your insurance needs. Personal or business insurance, our team will find the most affordable rates and coverage you need. Call us at 865-983-8114 or find us online at bryaninsurance.com.
Where do you go for shrimp straight from the Gulf, wild salmon, and the best clam chowder in the South? The Shrimp Dock, Knoxville's premier fresh seafood market. The Shrimp Dock has fish delivered from the Atlantic, Pacific, and Gulf multiple times per week. Whether it's fish on the grill for two or a shrimp boil tailgate party for family and friends, the Shrimp Dock is your home for fresh seafood and shellfish. 3 locations to serve you: Farragut, Bearden, and Alcoa. All locations open at 10 a.m. Monday through Saturday and at 11 a.m. on Sundays. Like us on Facebook for the Fish of the Week and other weekly specials. The Shrimp Dock, Knoxville's premier fresh seafood market.
This is Derek Miser with Miser Wealth Partners. Are you still funding your 401k today? If so, you need to consider this. With our federal debt soaring past $35 trillion and the interest rate related to that debt now representing 1/6 of our federal budget, your retirement savings might not be as secure as you think. Don't leave your future to chance. Discover a wiser tax-free alternative today. Isn't it time you experience the Miser difference? Call Miser Wealth Partners today at 865-281-1616.
Shop Farragut loves Farragut sports. From football to basketball to baseball and softball, we love supporting our hometown teams. We also love it when you shop Farragut and support our hometown businesses. You'll find everything you want when you shop Farragut. So support our local businesses and shop Farragut every day.
WFIV 105.3 FM, Loudon, Farragut, Lenore City.
You're listening to West 105.
Back at halftime of our girls contest with the Lady Admirals leading visiting Alcoa this season opening night for Farragut High School hoops, 36-24. Nice routine by the dance team here at Farragut High School. And Lady Admirals were trailing early 7-4, but led by 8 at the quarter break, 21-13. And a 15-11 second quarter advantage for Farragut. They lead by 12, 36-24. Biggest lead, I believe, was at 28-15, but a 12-point cushion for Farragut here at intermission. Again, 36-24 is Farragut with 6 first-half turnovers, Alcoa with 10. Looking at the individual scoring, first for the visiting Lady Tornadoes. Ronique Garner 1 of 2 from the line, 3 points for the Alcoa sophomore. Hallie Bailey, 3 of 6 from the foul line, 1 3-pointer, 6 points for the senior Bailey. Katie Bremer, 2 of 5 from the foul line for Alcoa. That's where all of her scoring came from. Briley Flatt, saddled with some foul difficulties in the first half. 5 points, all in the first quarter. She knocked down a 3 to get the scoring started this evening. So 5 points and 1 3-pointer for Briley Flatt. 3 fouls, by the way. The only player on either team with more than 2. Glenn Carroll, 2 of 2 from the line, 4 points for Carroll, and Maddie Stewart with 4 points as well for Alcoa. The Lady Tornadoes shoot 8 of 15 from the foul line, 53%, and 2 3-pointers, getting 1 apiece from Hallie Bailey and Briley Flatt. Meanwhile, for Farragut, Jana Carbaugh, 0 of 2 from the line, has yet to score. Alora Branham, a single basket for the freshman, and a 3-pointer from the left corner. Reagan Sheridan, 4 first-half points. Trinity Curry, 2 of 2 from the line, 10 points for Curry here at the break. Livy Slagle, first quarter 3-pointer, her lone basket. And KJ McNeely leading all scorers with 16 first-half points. Lady Admiral senior McNeely, 2 of 2 from the line and 2 3-pointers. So Farragut hits 4 3-pointers in the first half. McNeely with 2, Slagle with 1, and Branham with 1. And the Lady Admirals shoot 4 of 6 from the foul line. Obviously 67%, again, compared to 8 of 15 for Alcoa, as Farragut leads it at intermission 36-24. Let's get another 2-minute break. We'll return with more on the other side as you listen to Farragut High School basketball on West 105 worldwide, WFIB.com, and on 105.3 WFIB's YouTube channel. Here, back in 2 minutes with more as you listen to Farragut High School Hoops.
Banking should feel personal, and at Hearthside Bank, we make sure it does. With services designed for you, from everyday banking to complex loans, we're here when you need us. Visit our Farragut branch today and discover the difference of banking with a local team that is always within reach. Hearthside Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Whether you're cheering on the home team or building your dream home, David's Abbey Carpet and Floors has you covered. From engineered hardwood to luxury vinyl, elegant porcelain to natural stone, David's has the winning design for every room, and the championship team ready to help you score the perfect floor. Locally owned and proud to serve our communities from locations in Farragut, Marable, and Pigeon Forge. Visit David's Abbey Carpet and Floors in-store or online today, where the Admirals shop for floors.
Leaky pipes.
Oh no!
Toilets clogged.
Oh crap!
Don't freak out. Just call us. Problem solved.
Okay.
No job too big. No job too small.
Oh, great.
Repairs, installs, relax. We do it all.
Valley Plumbing. Any plumbing issue, anytime. Call your Valley Plumbing professionals today at 865-351-0643 or visit valleyplumbingtn.com. That's valleyplumbingtn.com.
You never think about your garage door
Hey,
until
Dusty,
there's a little...
do we have a presenting sponsor? I failed to ask about that earlier.
Oh, no.
or even the occasional...
Now that can be good.
That's why the pros at Precision Garage Door Service are available same day with fully stocked trucks to fix it fast. So we can turn into...
Oh my, wow.
Precision Garage Door Service, the name you can trust.
Lady Admirals lead at halftime over visiting Alcoa on this season opening night, 36-24. Both Farragut teams defeated Central in the Jamboree action on, what was that, I guess, Tuesday night? And looking ahead, Farragut will play Carter, I do believe, Saturday. Lady Admirals will play Carter at 9 a.m. The boys, that'll be at Carter High School. The boys are scheduled to take on Lakeway Christian at Carter on Saturday, Carter Middle School on Saturday at 1:30. The girls will play a second game on Saturday, as will the boys. The second game for the girls against White County. Again, that's at Carter High School at 3 o'clock. And the boys then at 4:30 at Carter High School, scheduled to take on Powell. So both teams playing a pair of games over in the Carter community on Saturday. The girls, both their games at the high school. The boys, early game at the middle school, afternoon game at the high school. Girls at 9 o'clock against Carter, and at 3 o'clock against White County. The boys at 1:30 at Carter Middle School, taking on Lakeway Christian, turning around then at 4:30 and taking on Powell. Our next broadcast, Farragut High School basketball, is scheduled for Friday, December 5th, as Farragut opens district play, hosting Hardin Valley. And the plan, as we see it currently, is to broadcast all 12 of the district regular season games. The new District 4-4A opponents this year, gone, are Maryville and William Blount, which had been in Farragut's district forever. Also gone is West, and in their place, Farragut, or the TSSAA, has added Ray County, McMinn County, Lenoir City, and Oak Ridge. Of course, Lenoir City has been in years past a member of District 4. So that's a familiar one and an easy trip to make, sensible trip. Oak Ridge, I don't know that Farragut and Oak Ridge have ever been in the same district. If so, you're probably going to have to go back to the 70s. But I'm not sure it was even the case then. And, of course, McMinn County and Ray, not a whole lot of sense in that, but that's what you get with 4 classifications. So we'll look forward to bringing you those games as well as tonight's, and then I think the Jefferson County game on December 15th. That's a road game. Figure there's some real value in that, and for people unable to attend. And then also, too, senior night against Concord Christian in early February. Inside, as Alcoa with the first possession of the second half, they penetrate and leave it off with Gwen Carroll, and Carroll scores. She got 6. Farragut's Reagan Sheridan drifting left, looks for the cutter down low on the roll action by Curry, but it's going to go out of bounds, and Farragut with a turnover. So Alcoa on the board first to begin our second half, pulls to within 10, now gets a turnover from Farragut. Carroll with the ball, left side, gives it the high post to Stewart. Stewart, ball knocked away by Curry, picked up by Sheridan, and a foul on Maddie Stewart, which will be her second. Garner of Alcoa with 2 fouls, Bremer with 2 fouls, now Stewart with 2 fouls, and with 3, Briley Flat. Lily Mullins, left side, gives high post to Curry, into the right corner. Livy Slagle. Slagle drives baseline, shot no good. Big collision underneath the basket, and a foul called on Maddie Stewart. The official underneath the basket, looking right at that, wasn't going to call it, but the official out near midcourt saw it, and so a third foul on Stewart, as Slagle with a free throw, no good. First free throw attempt of the night for Livy Slagle. With those 3 fouls, Stewart checks out of the game, and Alcoa coach David Ballman gets into the lineup. Roniqua Garner. Second toss for the left-handed sophomore, Livy Slagle, is good. That's point number 4 this evening for Slagle. Farragut with its first point of the second half, leading 37-26, 6:43 to go third quarter. Bailey, right side, guarded by Slagle, circles on the right wing, gives out top to Bremer. Left side, it'll come to Flat. Flat drives the lane against Sheridan, throws one up on the rim, no good, but got her own miss and scores in close. Briley Flat's got 7, 37-28, Farragut by 9. KJ McNeely inside looking for Curry, and the ball's knocked away, and Farragut with another turnover. Bailey looked like she caught the ball up on her hip in transition, drives the lane, leaves it off with Briley Flat, who scores. Farragut with a couple of turnovers here early in this third quarter, and Alcoa pulls to within 7. McNeely, guarded by Flat, inside to Curry. They bring a double team along the baseline. And they just called Curry for a player control foul. I thought, wow. All right, so Curry, that'll be another turnover for Farragut. It's third here quickly in this third quarter. Bremer off to Bailey. Bailey dribbles left. Slagle chasing her all the way to the basket. Shot up off the glass with the right hand, no good. Ball's tipped around and controlled by Farragut's Lily Mullins. Mullins in front court. Driving the lane with the left hand, missed the shot. Rebounded off the maybe underside of the backboard by Garner. Long lead pass ahead to Gwen Carroll, and Carroll beat everybody back and scores the uncontested layup, and it's a 5-point game at 32-37, and Farragut's going to use a full timeout. So not the greatest start, obviously, here to the third quarter, as Farragut's got just a free throw, yet to hit a field goal in this third quarter, and we're nearly 3 minutes in. And meanwhile, Alcoa's got a pair of baskets from Briley Flat as well as a couple from Gwen Carroll, trimming what was a 36-24 Farragut lead at halftime down to 5 points. Lady Admirals up 37-32. Boys action to follow, and the Admirals replacing a senior class of a year ago that included Dom Van Acker among the leading scorers in Farragut High School basketball history, as well as Kent Carbaugh, Bryce Howard, Luke Finnegan, Carson McTavish, Brody Appling. It was an outstanding group of seniors, and it was a great group this year as well. You look at Dan Lanning, Reed Vining, Britton Lewis, Aiden Foshee, and Parker Lane, who are poised, I think, to all be in the starting lineup. We shall see, but that's the impression I am under. So looking forward to our boys game that will follow this one. Lady Admirals looking for better play coming out of the timeout. Libby Slagle works off McNeely's screen, drives left side, and Slagle took a shot to the nose and is down as Garner picks up her third foul. So hopefully the blow was limited to the nose area and didn't also result in Slagle bouncing her head, back of her head, off the hardwood. But you've got Coach Mayfield, athletic director, Coach Donald Dodgen. Taking a look at Libby. And she's limping a little bit too, so it wasn't just a shot to the nose, but went down awkwardly. And perhaps the left leg. Farragut inbounding. Carbaugh checks into the ball game for Slagle, who did not go to the bench. Mullins with the ball, left side, picks up her dribble, finds Sheridan on a cut. She was shoved in the back, no foul call on Gwen Carroll. Long pass in front court to Bailey, knifes to the basket and scores with the right hand. Bailey in transition scores the basket, and it's down to a 3-point game, 37-34. Sheridan appeared to take a healthy shove in the back on her cut to the basket by Carroll. Here's McNeely into the paint, spins with the left hand, missed at the rim, and it's rebounded away by Briley Flat. In front court, Carroll with the ball underneath the basket. In traffic, tried to get it to a teammate. Instead, threw it away. Anna Corum with the deflection and steal. Farragut in front court. Lily Mullins driving right side. Ball's going to be knocked out of bounds and off of Mullins. Bailey reaching in, deflected the dribble. And it ricocheted off of Mullins out of bounds. So now Mullins will leave the game, and Alora Branham checks in for Coach Mayfield. A 12-point lead for Farragut at halftime, whittled down to 3 at 37-34 as the Lady Admirals still in search of their first field goal. Trying to get a stop here as a three-pointer is hoisted, and no good. That would have been a tying 3 for Alcoa, but missed from the right corner by Bremer. Sheridan in front court. Right side for Farragut to Branham for a 3 that is going to be short. Corum saves it in bounds, but saves it to Alcoa's Bremer. Bremer in front court for the Lady Tornadoes. Cross-court pass goes left side to Stinnett. Stinnet's pass, top of the key, knocked away. It's going to be grabbed back, though, by Bremer. Leaves it off in the corner. Flat with a three-pointer. Good, and we're tied. 37-37. All Alcoa in this third quarter. As Flat hits her second 3 of the ball game. KJ McNeely works off a high screen, lost her dribble, ball is loose. McNeely grabs it back at the top of the key, puts up a 3, no good. Ball out of bounds off of Alcoa. Lady Tornadoes could have let that one go and it would have been their ball, but couldn't secure it, lost it out of bounds. 2:58 to go third quarter. Inbounding for Farragut, Carball. Into McNeely, double team, trying to get it right back to the inbounder Carball, off the double team, but it's deflected and stolen. In front court, that looked like a walk, no call on the shuffle by Briley Flat. Missed the shot, got her own rebound, backs it out left side. Harper Stinnett, cross-court pass goes to Bailey, drives the baseline. And you got a foul call on Farragut. Branham picks up the foul. Wasn't a shooting foul. Alcoa a chance to take the lead, 37-37 our score. They led early in this ball game, but Farragut, a couple of minutes into the second quarter, or first quarter rather, took the lead and has had it until the tying 3 a moment ago. On the inbound, a shot up from the right corner rims out for Gwen Carroll. And deflected out of bounds off of Alcoa. McNeely to inbound against a press. Nobody coming open. And Farragut uses a timeout. .30-second timeout called by Coach Mayfield. So Farragut has 2 full timeouts remaining. Alcoa should have a 30 and 2 fulls. 37-37 our score with 2:34 to go in our third quarter. Hallie Bailey, a basket in this third quarter for Alcoa. Briley Flat has 3 baskets, one of those being a 3, so she's got 7 points since halftime. Gwen Carroll a couple of baskets as well. Meanwhile, Farragut's got just a single free throw from Liddy Slagle. And Slagle, shaken up earlier this quarter, left the court. So Farragut inbounding into Carball. Coming out of the Farragut timeout, Farragut with the basketball. It's Carball picking up her dribble, gives to Curry, back to the basket, high post. Looking to square up against Carroll, hands it off to Carball. Carball dribbling left and called for walking. Well, she may have, but there's been, it feels like a handful of times tonight that Alcoa has walked and had gotten away with it. So the Lady Admirals with their 4th turnover this quarter and 10th of the game. Alcoa another opportunity to take the lead. Right corner 3 up by Flat is no good. Long rebound and Farragut walked with it. Branham called for walking as she couldn't come to a stop soon enough, needed to dribble. So Alcoa gets it right back. Inbound feed to Bremer. Right side pass deflected, out of bounds. 1:59 to go in our third quarter in a tie ball game. Boys action to follow here this evening as Alcoa inbounding with Stinnett. And it comes to Bremer. Bremer driving into the paint, puts a shot up in traffic and got it to go. Bremer against two defenders got the shot to go, her first field goal, and Alcoa leads 39-37. A 14-point advantage for the Lady Tornadoes, who trailed by 12 at halftime. A 14-point advantage in this third quarter. KJ McNeely working into the paint. Floater, right hand, got it to go. McNeely with Farragut's first field goal of the third quarter. It comes with 1:31 to go. Alcoa driving the lane. Shot out no good by Stinnett, and Farragut rebounds it away. Stinnett got to the rim way too easily, but missed the shot as she tossed it up over her head. Farragut the rebound, and in front court, the ball knocked away and out of bounds off of Alcoa. Anna Corum out of the ball game. Lily Mullins returns to the lineup for Coach Mayfield. Meanwhile, Alcoa is going to get into the ball game for the first time tonight. Kamori Dean, a sophomore, who replaces Katie Bremer, fellow sophomore. 39-39 our score with 1:20 to go. Farragut inbounds to Reagan Sheridan, gives to McNeely, who had inbounded it inside to Curry. They double on her. Curry a fadeaway, no good, and a late whistle, but a whistle, as Gwen Carroll picks up her first foul. And that'll send to the line Curry. Free throw good. Three of three from the line tonight is Trinity. Make it 4-4. 41-39. Farragut by two in front court. Wide open look, top of the key. Three-pointer good for Harper Stinnett. First basket of the ball game for the Alcoa freshman. A wide open look from the top of the key, and Alcoa leads by one with 1 minute to go in the third quarter. Curry nearly threw it away. McNeely saves the ball across the way. Miscommunication between, well, here's McNeely trying a three from out top. No good, and Farragut fouls from behind as Mullins fouls Hallie Bailey. And that'll be foul number 3 on Lily. No, change that. It's her fourth. So Mullins out of the game, and Farragut gets Arabella Ray, number 14. Arabella Ray, 5'6", a freshman, into the lineup. Alora Branham checks out as well. Corum back in. Down low, shot up, right side of the paint. It's going to be no good by Dean of Alcoa. Got a good look, good ball movement by the Lady Tornadoes against the Farragut zone, but missed the shot, and quickly Curry snatched the defensive rebound. 23 seconds to go in the third quarter. Alcoa by one, KJ McNeely with the ball. Count is on as they apply some defensive pressure. McNeely moves to the top of the key, puts up a three, no good. Ball tipped by Sheridan, controlled by Corum, and then trying to bounce it to Curry. It's thrown away. Alcoa with the ball and a 1-point lead. Into front court, Bailey leaves it off with Stinnett. She'll try a long three, and it's going to be no good. Rebounded away by Curry. High off the glass. It rattled out of the cylinder. Curry grabbed the miss, and the horn sounds ending the third. But what a third quarter it was for the visiting Lady Tornadoes as they score 18 to Farragut's mere 5. And it'll be the Lady Tornadoes with a 1-point lead heading to the fourth. 42-41. Back in 1 minute with that fourth quarter in our girls contest as you listen to Farragut High School basketball on West 105 and around the world at WFIV.com, as well as the Admiral video stream on 105.3 WFIV's YouTube channel.
WFIV 105.3 FM, Loudon, Farragut, Lenore City.
You're listening to West 105.
LCUB electric customers are upgrading to LCUB fiber internet and are experiencing speeds they've never seen before. Join them, starting at just $69.99 a month, Wi-Fi included. Get connected now at LCUB.com.
This is Derek Miser with Miser Wealth Partners. Are you still funding your 401k today? If so, you need to consider this. With our federal debt soaring past $35 trillion and the interest rate related to that debt now representing 1/6 of our federal budget, your retirement savings might not be as secure as you think. Don't leave your future to chance. Discover a wiser tax-free alternative today. Isn't it time you experience the Miser difference? Call Miser Wealth Partners today at 865-281-1616.
First possession of the fourth quarter. Farragut's KJ McNeely attacking the basket. Missed on the shot. And I think they called a jump ball situation. Farragut had it on the alternate possession to begin the quarter, missed the shot, and then some indication there, but Alcoa keeps it. Now throwaway, and Farragut on the break as McNeely puts up a shot, missed it. Second shot was blocked, but they say a foul committed by Alcoa's Harper Stinnett. I believe it's her first. And what that indication was for a jump ball from the official on the baseline a moment ago. But the possession arrow is indeed pointing Farragut's way, so something occurred there that I missed. Regardless, McNeely misses on the first free throw, hits the second, so she's got 19 points now. Tie ball game, Alcoa driving the lane, shot is no good, rimmed out, but a foul called, and 2 free throws coming as Anna Corum picks up second foul, and at the line will be Harper Stinnett. Stinnett, first toss, no good. Alcoa made a living at the free throw line, or at least they were there with great regularity in the first half. Didn't necessarily hit at a high clip, 8 of 15. That's cooled off some in the second half for sure. Stinnett hits the second, 1 of 2 on that trip, 4 points. Farragut nearly throws it away in rear court. It's going to be saved by Ray in front court. Now they can't avoid the turnover. They threw it away as they got it across the timeline. 12th turnover for Farragut, 6th of the second half. Alcoa, which had 10 turnovers to Farragut's 6 at halftime, has 13 by my count to Farragut's 12. 43-42. Three-pointer is up and good from out top by Briley Flatt. Briley Flatt with her third 3 of the ball game. She's got 15 points to lead the Lady Tornadoes, who now lead by 4, 46-42. Farragut in front court with the ball. Corum driving and tried to get it to Curry and threw it instead to Alcoa. Another turnover. Alcoa on the break, and they walked. Garner couldn't get the shot up, didn't handle it cleanly, and traveled with the basketball. Farragut catches a break. Alcoa just not expecting Corum to shoot, and so they never challenged the shot, and therefore left Curry open for the possible dish. Tried to get it to Trinity just the same, turned it over, but Alcoa returns the favor in transition. 46-42. Farragut trailing by 4 as Ray bounces it to Reagan Sheridan. Sheridan pressured by Gwen Carroll down the left side of the lane, and Sheridan's shot is rejected by Carroll. It caroms off the backboard, picked up by Maddie Stewart of Alcoa, given then to Bremer. Bremer in front court, drives, leads it off with Flatt. Flatt penetrating off the right side, shot up, no good. Rebounded away by Curry. 6 minutes, 5 seconds to go in this one. Farragut led by 12 at halftime, trails by 4 with 6 minutes to play as McNeely walks the ball in front court. Right side to Reagan Sheridan, hands it back to KJ, lobs over the top, down low to Trinity, scores. Beautiful feed over the top as McNeely with the assist, and Curry now with 14 points in the ball game. In front court, Flatt drive, or has the 3 and knocks it down left side, and Coach Bauman of Alcoa is going to use a full timeout. Alcoa penetrates, kicks left side to Flatt, and she is true on another 3-pointer. That will be her 4th of this ball game, and she has 18 points to lead her team. Alcoa up 49-44. biggest advantage I do believe that Alcoa has enjoyed tonight. I think early on 7-4, 3-point lead a moment ago, 46-42, a 4-point cushion for Alcoa. The teams exchanging baskets, but Alcoa getting the better of it with a 3-pointer from flat, and the lead widens to 5. Farragut with the ball, 5:40 to play in this one when play resumes here momentarily. Farragut with the lead after the first quarter, 21-13. Lady Admirals with a 15-11 edge in the second quarter. We're up 36-24 at halftime. Third quarter completely dominated by Alcoa, 18-5. And so the Lady Tornadoes up 1 heading to the fourth quarter, 42-41. And they've got a 7-3 advantage here in the fourth. 5:40 to go in our ball game. KJ McNeely, Arabelle Ray, Anna Corum, Reagan Sheridan, and Trinity Curry. Looks like Livy Slagle has returned to the end of the Farragut bench. Doubt she'll be back in the ball game, but at least she is on the bench. That's, I would take as an encouraging sign. Injured in the third quarter. Both a shot to the face, fell awkwardly, entangled with an Alcoa player and appeared to hurt a leg, and then potentially could have bounced her head off the hardwood also. So Farragut with the ball, inbounding side rear court and thrown away. They tried to get it to Curry. McNeely tried to get it to Curry. Alcoa contested, came up with it. Now a three-pointer is going to be no good. Alcoa grabs the miss down low. Bailey gets the pass on the perimeter, drives into the paint, and is fouled on the shot. A couple of free throws coming for Bailey of Alcoa, as Mullins has fouled out of the ball game. Mullins fouls out with 5:49 to play. So you've got Farragut sending into the game in Mullins' place Alora Branham, 6'1" freshman. Joining Anna Corum, KJ McNeely, Trinity Curry, and freshman Jana Carbaugh. Bailey with a free throw. Good. 9 points for the senior Bailey, as she is now 4 of 7 from the foul line. Second toss, good as well. And Alcoa leads 51 to 44. 51 to 44 and pressing. Inbound feed for Farragut comes to Branham. Long pass in front court. And you got a pushing foul against Harper Stinnett of Alcoa, her second. 5:15 to play. McNeely in rear court, inbounds to Anna Corum. Corum guarded by Bailey. Works right. Picks up her dribble. Shovels it off to Carbaugh. Carbaugh looking inside, thrown away. Sliding in front to make the steal will be Stewart. And then Carbaugh then picks up a foul. So that's foul number 3 on Farragut this quarter. Stinnett into the lane, leaves it left side. Bailey, three-pointer, no good. McNeely, the rebound for Farragut. Lady Admirals trailing by 7, 4:45 to play. McNeely in front court, through the lane, and reaching and fouling will be Maddie Stewart. That will be her 4th, I believe. Third foul on Alcoa as a team this quarter, and shooting 2 will be McNeely. First free throw, no good. McNeely 3 of 5 from the foul line tonight. Curry checks out of the game for Farragut. Second toss, good. KJ's got 20. But Farragut trails 51-45. Stinnett driving right side, fires it underneath and wide open. on the left side of the basket. Bremer lays it up and in off a good feed from the freshman Harper Stenich. She's going to be a good one. 53-45, Alcoa by 8. KJ McNeely, left side, backs down the defender. Shot up off the glass, won't go. Got her own miss, tries again, won't go. KJ had the second rebound, lost it to Alcoa, and it's going to be out of bounds off of Farragut. 53-45. Alcoa at the approximate midpoint of this fourth quarter. Anna Corum, Reagan Sheridan, KJ McNeely, Jana Carbaugh, and Alora Branham on the floor for the Lady Admirals. Playing zone as Alcoa shovels it off left side. A lot of traffic over there on the baseline drive for Gwen Carroll, and she lost a handle on it. Farragut with a steal. McNeely in front court to the basket. Left hand, no good. And the foul as KJ will shoot a couple. I think Gwen Carroll called for the foul. And it'll be the fourth foul on Alcoa this quarter, so Farragut shooting free throws the rest of the way. 3:45 to go. McNeely at the line, good. 21 for KJ. Second one, good as well. So KJ hits them both. She's got 22, and Farragut needs a stop, trailing by 5. Shot up quickly, left side by Flat of Alcoa is no good, and then the ball's going to be out of bounds off of Carroll of Alcoa. A wide open look, mid-range jumper left side by Flat, but the rim spit it out, and Alcoa couldn't control the rebound. So Farragut with the basketball, saying 53-47. Thought it was 5 a moment ago. In front court, Reagan Sheridan for the Lady Admirals. Off to Anna Corum. Corum down low to Curry. Good bounce pass feed, and Curry puts it up and in. Defender was on her hip. Corum recognized that, delivered a beautiful bounce feed, and Curry scores. Now here's Bailey looking to answer. Floater in the paint, no good. Curry with the rebound. Farragut down by 4, 53-49 with 3:05 to play. Corum, bounce pass inside to Curry. Ball knocked away from her this time, and we're going to have a held ball. Possession arrow is to Farragut. .254 showing on the fourth quarter clock as Reagan Sheridan from the baseline. Count is on, nobody's coming open. Farragut needs some urgency about them. And Coach Mayfield's going to use a timeout. It'll be a full timeout. That's all Farragut has left. One timeout remaining for the Lady Admirals as they use one here with 2:54 to play. And again, just very little movement for the Lady Admirals, a bit lackadaisical on the inbound. And with the count getting deep, Coach Mayfield uses the timeout. So 53-49. Alcoa leading with 2:54 to play. Let's get a 30-second break. We'll return with more as you listen to Farragut High School Hoops on West 105.
Merry Christmas from everyone at Citizens Bank, and a friendly reminder to stay alert for scams this season. Watch for fake social media giveaways, requests for payment by gift card, or imposters posing as bank employees. Citizens Bank digital banking tools can help you keep tabs on your accounts so you can celebrate more and worry less. Visit citizensbank24.com. Member FDIC.
Lady Admirals returning to the floor. KJ McNeely, Reagan Sheridan, Anna Corum, Trinity Curry, and Jana Carbaugh. Alcoa sends out their Garner, Bailey, Bremer, Flat. Farragut inbounds to Curry. Shot up underneath. Was blocked. A foul, however, was called on Stinnett. It's going to be her third. And Farragut shooting free throws regardless of the nature of the foul now, with 5 fouls this quarter against Alcoa. So Curry with a free throw up and good. 17 for Trinity tonight. She is 5 of 5 now from the foul line. And they're going to say no on the free throw. They wipe it off and say her foot was on the line. Second one rims out. And so wipe off the first make. And then the second one rims out and heads out of bounds and belongs to Alcoa. 53, they're saying 53-49 on the scoreboard. 2:40 to play. Here's a three from the left corner. Good. That could be a dagger by Katie Bremer. Sophomore for Alcoa knocks down a three, her first of the night. And Alcoa leads 56-49. McNeely, three-pointer, no good, back rim, rebound at the free throw line by Bremer of Alcoa. Bremer in front court with 2 minutes to play, and the Lady Tornadoes leading a little over 2 minutes to play, and the Lady Tornadoes leading by 7. This one got away from Farragut, or certainly the momentum swung heavily to Alcoa in the third quarter when Farragut didn't have a field goal for the first 6.5 minutes. Bailey into the left corner to Flat. Now Stinnett driving and thrown away. Wow. Stinnett trying to make something happen on the drive. Shovel pass goes out of bounds. Alcoa had done a good job spreading the floor and burning some clock. Farragut, can they capitalize? Reagan Sheridan in front court. Leaves it off with Anna Corum. 1:40 to play. Corum driving the lane and put up a shot that was no good. Great save by Reagan Sheridan, and got it on the save to Trinity Curry for a layup. Wow. Great hustle play by Reagan Sheridan, saving a ball that looked like it was headed out of bounds, if not already. That looked like a walk. No call on Flat for walking from out top, and a three-pointer is no good. Tipped out, and Alcoa controls it again. Lady Tornadoes extend the possession. Bailey will be bumped and fouled. That'll be foul number 4 on Farragut this quarter. 1:01 to play. 56-51. Curry checks out of the game. Reagan Sheridan checks out of the game. Farragut gets Alora Branham back in, as well as Arabelle Ray. Jana Carball, Anna Corum, KJ McNeely also on the floor. And a foul called on Farragut. So they'll give that to Anna Corum. Should be her third. It's a team 5th. And to the line to shoot 2 free throws, Hallie Bailey. Bailey hit 2 just a moment ago. Misses on this one. So it continues to be a 5-point lead. Farragut doing the offense-defense substitutions here. As out of the ball game goes Ray, as well as Branham. Curry back in, and Sheridan as well. Second free throw for Bailey is good. She hits 1 of 2. She's got 11 points, and the lead is 6 for Alcoa, 57-51. And the inbound feed comes to Anna Corum, who then is immediately fouled by Bremer. Don't believe that was intentional. And I think they may have said it's her 4th. I was thinking it's her 3rd, but regardless, it's Anna Corum looking to add her name to the scoring column as she goes to the free throw line for the first time tonight, and the first toss is too strong, no good. Curry out of the ball game. Defensively, they sub in Alora Branham to the Lady Admirals. Meanwhile, Alcoa counters with Gwen Carroll returning to the lineup for Bremer with those 4 fouls. So Anna Corum, Lady Admiral Senior, with a second toss. Good. She hits 1 of 2. It's a 5-point game, 55 seconds to play. Lady Admirals down 57-52, pressing. Bailey with the ball in rear courts. steps through a double team, and they'll call a foul on McNeely. Play happened right in front of Coach Mayfield, who immediately took a jog down the sideline towards the baseline in frustration. McNeely picks up her third, and Bailey goes back to the line to shoot the free throw that is good. 12 points now for Bailey, 7 of which is at the foul line. 2 field goals for the Alcoa senior. Second toss, good, hit them both, giving her 13 points in the ball game and a 7-point lead for Alcoa, 59-52. Bringing the ball in front court, Carbaugh for Farragut. Drives the lane, puts up a wild shot with the right hand, no good. Reagan Sheridan the rebound. Her follow won't go. Nothing but Lady Tornadoes under the basket to claim the second miss by Farragut. And it's Bailey spinning out of there with 30 seconds to play. Farragut needs to foul. Farragut needs to foul. McNeely doesn't want to give the foul, and so Sheridan comes over and does so. Well, they let about 8 seconds tick off. Sheridan picks up her second. McNeely with, I've got her with 3, but she could have 4. Bailey with the free throw, no good. 7-point lead for Alcoa. Bailey, second toss, good. She hits 1 of 2, 14 points for her, and an 8-point lead for Alcoa, 60-52. A tale of 2 halves. The second half dominated by Alcoa, and they're going to get the win. 20 seconds to go. McNeely launches a 3, short left wing. Curry, a putback, good. Trinity's got 20. And Farragut uses its final timeout with 12.9 seconds to play, trailing by 6, 60-54. So maybe I'm a little premature in saying that Alcoa's got it in the bag, but it's going to take a miracle for the Lady Admirals. They're going to need, obviously, a steal with Alcoa inbounding here after the made basket by Trinity Curry and subsequent timeout called by Coach Mayfield. They'll need a steal, a quick 3, and then repeat that sequence again in order to tie the game up. We've got 13.8 seconds to play. The Lady Admirals up 21-13 after 1, up 36-24 at halftime, an 18-5 third quarter advantage for Alcoa. And here in the fourth, what was a 1-point lead for Alcoa heading to the fourth, they've led by as many as, I believe, 8, 60-52, 53-45. Those are the 2 instances where Alcoa has led by 8. Up by 6 now, trying to inbound the ball against a Farragut press. They get it in, and Farragut, for some reason, doesn't foul. And now they do, with 11.3 seconds to play. And they give the foul to McNeely. And they say it's her third, so I had her with 1 more than she actually had. So we'll walk to the other end. Farragut didn't get the steal it needed, commits the foul. And so at the line, free throw by Gwen Carroll, 2 of 2 from the line tonight. That was back in the first quarter. Puts up the toss and hits it. She's got 9. Second toss, good as well. 10 for Carroll, and the lead back to 8. McNeely bumped in rear court, fouled with 9.1 seconds to play. Flat, I believe, committed the foul. So McNeely will have a chance without any additional time ticking off the clock to try to get it back to a 6-point game with 9.1 to play. I say that actually it would behoove her to miss this and get the rebound. So McNeely hits the first free throw, giving her 23 points on the night. Let's see if she can. Well, she hit the free throw, 24, so it's a 6-point game. Alcoa inbounding to Bailey. Farragut doesn't give the foul. Bailey lost her dribble. It's going to be picked up by Carbaugh. Car ball, left side Sheridan, three-pointer, no good. And Alcoa, with a big second half rally, wins this season opener 62-56. Farragut outscored Alcoa by 12 in the first half, but it's the Lady Tornadoes. Let's see. 38-20, outscoring Farragut by 18 in the second half as they get the win, 62-56. 62-56, the final in our girls contest in favor of the visiting Lady Tornadoes on this season opening night. And the Alcoa boys quickly on the floor warming up for our boys contest, which is about 15 minutes away from tip-off. Let's get a 3-minute break here for our sponsors, and we'll return on the other side to take a look at the final numbers from our girls contest. Again, a win for Alcoa on the road over the homestanding Lady Admirals on opening night, 62-56 the final. Back after this as you listen to Farragut High School Hoops on West 105.
WFIV 105.3 FM, Loudon, Farragut, Lenoir City.
You're listening to West 105. Where do you go for shrimp straight from the Gulf, wild salmon, and the best clam chowder in the South? The Shrimp Dock, Knoxville's premier fresh seafood market. The Shrimp Dock has fish delivered from the Atlantic, Pacific, and Gulf multiple times per week. Whether it's fish on the grill for two or a shrimp boil tailgate party for family and friends, the Shrimp Dock is your home for fresh seafood and shellfish. 3 locations to serve you: Farragut, Bearden, and Alcoa. All locations open at 10 a.m. Monday through Saturday and at 11 a.m. on Sundays. Like us on Facebook for the Fish of the Week and other weekly specials. The Shrimp Dock, Knoxville's premier fresh seafood market.
Hey, it's Matthew Bryan. Trust my local insurance team and me at Bryan Insurance Group for all your insurance needs. Personal or business insurance, our team will find the most affordable rates and coverage you need. Call us at 865-983-8114 or find us online at bryaninsurance.com.
Whether you're cheering on the home team or building your dream home, David's Abbey Carpet and Floors has you covered. From engineered hardwood to luxury vinyl, elegant porcelain to natural stone, David's has the winning design for every room and the championship team ready to help you score the perfect floor. Locally owned and proud to serve our communities from locations in Farragut, Marable, and Pigeon Forge. Visit David's Abbey Carpet and Floors in-store or online today. We're the Admirals shop for floors.
Shop Farragut loves Farragut sports. From football to basketball to baseball and softball, we love supporting our hometown teams. We also love it when you shop Farragut and support our hometown businesses. You'll find everything you want when you shop Farragut. So support our local businesses and shop Farragut every day.
Big pots and mom and pots, so many groovy restaurants. Shop Farragut.
You never think about your garage door until there's a little...
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Or even the occasional...
Now that can be good.
That's why the pros at Precision Garage Door Service are available same day with fully stocked trucks to fix it fast. So we can turn into...
Oh my, wow.
Precision Garage Door Service, the name you can trust.
Looking for a mortgage that fits your needs? At Hearthside Bank, we offer a variety of mortgage solutions to help you get into your dream home. Whether you're a first-time home buyer or refinancing, our team is here to guide you every step of the way. With competitive rates, personalized service, and flexible terms, we have the right mortgage for you. Visit us today and let's make your homeownership dreams a reality. Hearthside Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Well, a frustrating opening night for the Lady Admirals, who looked really solid in the first half, building a 12-point lead at halftime, 36-24. Back and forth game early on. Alcoa kind of with the advantage the first few minutes of the ball game, but Farragut had gone in front at the end of the first quarter, 21-13, and outscored Alcoa 15-11 in the second quarter, again leading at halftime, 36-24. But the Lady Admirals went 6.5 minutes, 6:29 to be exact, in the third quarter without a field goal before K.J. McNeely finally broke through with that field goal, long-awaited field goal. All Farragut was able to manage in that third quarter was 5 points. So the 2-point basket by McNeely and 3 of 4 shooting from the foul line in the quarter. Meanwhile, Alcoa with an 18-point quarter had gone in front 42-41 heading to the final 8 minutes. And over those final 8 minutes, Alcoa outscores Farragut 20-15 to win it 62-56 on, I guess, 3 occasions. 2 or 3 occasions, the Lady Tornadoes led by as many as 8 in the fourth quarter, and hit the free throws down the stretch, and were able to preserve the lead for the Lady Tornadoes as they again win at 62-56. I had Farragut with 14 turnovers in the ball game, 8 in the second half. Alcoa with 16 turnovers, 10 in the first half, 6 in the second half. Looking at the individual scoring, first for Alcoa, Garner, Ronique Garner, 1 of 2 from the line, 3 points for Garner. Hallie Bailey goes 9 of 14 from the foul line, 1 3-pointer. She finishes with 14 points. Katie Bremer, 2 of 5 from the line, 1 3-pointer. That was a big one. May have been the dagger with a couple of minutes to play. But Bremer scores 9 points. It was Harper Stinnett, impressive-looking freshman, with 4 points. She had a 3-pointer and 1 of 2 from the foul line. Briley Flatt made some big baskets for Alcoa in the second half in particular. She scores 13 of her 18 after halftime. Saddled with some foul difficulties in the first half, but 4 3-pointers for Briley Flatt tonight. The junior for Alcoa leads her team with 18 points. Gwen Carroll goes 4 of 4 from the foul line. So see if that changes something, because I marked that down twice. But Carroll goes 4 of 4 from the foul line, 10 points. Maddie Stewart with 4 points tonight for the Lady Tornadoes. So Alcoa shoots 17 of 27 from the foul line. (63%). 63% at the foul line for Alcoa. Meanwhile, the Lady Tornadoes hit 7 3-pointers. Again, 4 from Briley Flatt, 1 apiece from Hallie Bailey, Katie Bremer, and Harper Stinnett. Farragut, meanwhile, goes 14 of 22 from the foul line, 64%, and had 4 3-pointers. They got a couple of threes from KJ, 1 from Libby Slagle, and 1 from Alora Branham, Farragut Lady Admiral freshman. And so again, 62-56. Farragut back in action on Saturday, a pair of games over at Carter High School. The boys will play at the middle school early and the high school late. The girls, both their games scheduled to be at Carter High School, 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. on Saturday, taking on Carter in the morning session and White County in the afternoon. Our next Farragut broadcast, the district opener, as Farragut hosts Hardin Valley on December 5th. And so Farragut's going to have those Hall of Fame games, play date games coming up on Saturday. That'll be followed then by the Thanksgiving Classic here at Farragut, and then early December get into region play. Pleased to be joined by Farragut head coach Jason Mayfield, and saying, Coach, a tale of 2 halves tonight. Looked really solid in the first half, and just kind of felt like that the press was disrupted that Alcoa put on there in the second half, and it goes 6.5 minutes without hitting a field goal in the third quarter, and
missed some easy ones too.
Yeah.
We had trouble inbounding the ball. I told him after the game, that's my fault. We should have worked on it a little bit more, obviously. But Alcoa can rev up some pressure, especially full. That's what I've been telling people. I told them if we could have just inbounded the ball, it would have been a whole different ballgame. But they were a little out of sorts, Alcoa was. They had a girl get stuck in some traffic. was probably, is definitely a really major player for them, probably a starter for them. I know she's a starter for them, and she didn't get here until, he didn't put her in until the second quarter. So they were a little out of sorts, and we kind of jumped on them and played really well. And then the third quarter was obviously a bit of a disaster with turnovers, Libby getting hurt, and then us just having to just rely on some depth that's going to be there, but was just not quite there yet. But I was proud of our effort, though.
Well, we saw McNeely, of course, with 24 points, and Trinity Curry with 20, leading the way for Farragut. What can you say about those two young ladies and what you need out of them this season?
That's what we need. We need KJ around that 20-point game. We need Trinity around that 15, maybe more points a game, and they did even more than that, as you said. And then we're counting on Libby. Libby Slagle's been unbelievable. With Gabby out, it already hurts us. That's a starter out, and probably a 10 to 12 point a game scorer that's out. Libby was doing a really good job in our scrimmages and in practice, filling that spot, scoring, and then she goes out. So we're going to have to find, we were already going to have to find some scoring, in some places. Like I said, our depth will get there, just not quite there yet. Reagan Sheridan played really well too. Somebody that knows knows what they're doing. And, and Lily and Anna did too. Lily just unfortunate, got some foul trouble. But, it's tough. It's good. It's why we play good teams like this. Never scared to play anybody. Nobody's going to sit there and look at your record at the end of the season.
Right.
They want to know how far you advance in the tournament. So that's what we're prepared for.
Well, hopefully Slagle is going to be able to return sooner than later, but it definitely liked her length out front on your defense.
She's great.
That can be really disruptive.
We worked on that 1-3-1. For a while, Alcoa I was a little bit worried about it. They shoot the ball really, really well. That was part of the problem, is when Libby got hurt, we couldn't quite really go back to it and be as effective as we can be with Libby in there. So not only the scoring was a big deal, but then we also, there's some things, little things that it was effort there. Philip had to blow 2 timeouts because we don't want to sprint back. So there's some little things there too that they know that they should be doing, and we just didn't do it.
So you've got Carter and White County coming up Saturday. White County's typically a pretty strong program.
We're playing some. We always play good teams, but to have Alcoa and White County in the first 3 games with a bunch of freshmen and a bunch of some other players that haven't played much yet, but again, it's just going to prepare us. It's just going to make us better. Raina Stiles is another one that's hurt. Got hurt in a scrimmage, and so there you got 3 of our top 7 players, probably 8 players. Felt Jana Carball did some really good things in there as a freshman. Laura Branham did some really good things in there as a freshman. Arabelle got put in a tough spot because we just had to have, when Libby got hurt, had to have another guard out there. And she's coming along too. She'll be fine. But there's 3 freshmen right there, and Raina would have played a lot tonight too. So again, our depth will get there. We're just not there yet.
So I saw where Gabby's probably January before she's back.
Yeah, we're hoping. The doctor said if everything kind of progresses like it's been, then she could maybe be ready to play in the first Christmas tournament, the pre-Christmas tournament.
Oh, okay, okay.
It might be the after Christmas tournament, but hey, if we can get her in there and get any 75% of the player, as she's recovering, then that helps a lot. So,
and for Stiles, what's the forecast there?
So that's another 4 to 6 weeks now.
Okay.
Not quite as bad of an injury, no surgery, no nothing like that, but 4 to 6 weeks doing PT. Let's hope Libby's, I just told him after the game, let's hope Libby's sitting there doing PT with Raina for 4 to 6 weeks and not longer than that. So, we'll see. Again, got a lot of depth. It's good for us. It's just a lot of young depth, so we'll be ready to roll.
What's any thoughts on the new district, the makeup of the new district?
It's weird.
Yes, it is.
It's very weird. I think I saw something that Justin Underwood had said that from when I started a year after he did, and I think his quote was that when he started, us and Bearden are the only ones left that were in that original district.
Yeah.
Or that have stayed the whole time, I should say. I think Moore City came back, but it's different. A lot of travel there with Ray County, McMinn County at the end of the season, especially. But we just got to be ready to roll. I mean, Oak Ridge is a historically great program, and so it just makes our district harder. And don't think it's not necessarily evened out very fair, but life's not fair. We'll be fine.
Yeah. Well, Coach, We look forward again to covering all of the district regular season games. We got a few of the other non-district games as well that we'll be a part of here on 105.3 WFIV. But
and
best of luck.
Great crowd out here, too.
Yeah,
our kids really showed up.
Yep.
Some of our principals and some other people have been doing some things to try to increase the school spirit around here and all that kind of stuff. I did not expect that many people at a tip-off.
Yeah, the student section was great.
Yeah, for our tip-off. So thanks to the students for. I know they really go home and watch the live replay, and listen to the radio. but thanks to if you know any students, tell them thanks for coming.
Yeah, the student section was loud and proud tonight.
They were great.
It was awesome.
They were great.
It was awesome.
It was fun. It's fun to be back.
Hey, best of luck to you Saturday.
Thanks, Eric.
Coach Jason Mayfield, his Lady Admirals tonight fall 62-56. Again, a tale of two halves as Farragut was up 36-24 at halftime, but Alcoa rallies in the second half to win it 62-56 in what was the season opener for both teams. So we turn the page and move to our boys action, and Alcoa in the smoky gray road jerseys. Farragut in its home white. Admirals will, of course, be coached by J.P. Burris. This is his fourth season at the helm, assisted by Adam Jenkins, Corey Johnson, and Randy Schwartzentruber. And it'll be Dan Lanning, 6'1", senior, as well as Reed Vining, 6'4", a senior. Number 11, Britton Lewis, a 6'3", senior. Number 20, Aiden Foshi, a 6'3", senior. And number 23, Parker Lane, 5'9", a senior. Last year, the Admirals 20-14, region semifinalists. Alcoa 31-6 last season, the AA state runner-up after winning AA the two previous years. So they played for the state title the last 3 years in AA. They moved up to 3A this year, and they'll have Jay Kirk jumping center, and Alcoa will control the opening tip. Jibriel Coco with the ball, guarded by Parker Lane. Hands off on the right side to Camden Lancaster. And Farragut with a steal. It's Parker Lane in front court with the basketball for the Admirals. Exchanges it with Dan Lanning. Hanson Love, freshman in the starting lineup for Alcoa. They got 5 guys that also are still playing football. It's going to be Farragut dishing to Reed Vining. And Vining is fouled as he knifes to the basket. The foul goes on Camden Lancaster. That feed from Britton Lewis may have gotten away with a walk, stumbling a bit as he shoveled it off to the cutter Vining. Pass went through the lane, left to right. Vining fouled by Lancaster, steps to the line, and the first free throw rims out, no good. Tyrone Smith, the only other Alcoa Tornado I had not yet mentioned. So Smith, the sophomore, number 5. Second free throw, no good. Farragut tips it out and keeps it alive. Admirals Aiden Foshi keeps it alive. So Britton Lewis with the ball, guarded by Tyrone Smith, gives to Lanning. Lanning inside to Vining. Vining can't shoot, right side of the paint, back still to the basket, loops it on the perimeter to Parker Lane. Lane guarded by Hanson Lowe. Gives off to Foshi. Lowe takes him on a switch. Foshi to the free throw line, back to Britton Lewis. Lewis drives the lane, surrounded by Tornadoes. The ball knocked away. Britton trying to grab it back and lost it out of bounds. So both teams with a turnover here early on. Coco for Alcoa working against Parker Lane on the baseline. Lost it on the way up, and Lewis saves the ball inbounds beautifully to Parker Lane. Great hustle play by Lewis. Good defense by Lane as Lane brings it in front court, guarded by Tyrone Smith. Parker Lane through the paint, shot up in traffic, won't go. And Farragut in front court. Alcoa in front court. Got a foul on the Admirals. We'll get this straightened out here in just a moment. Farragut with the foul on Britton Lewis, his first. And that'll send to the line Jay Kirk to shoot a pair of free throws. No score, 6:21 to go in our opening quarter. Second toss, no good after missing the first, and the loose ball picked up by Farragut. So a pair of misses at the foul line. Parker Lane, left corner three for the Admirals, good. Parker opens the scoring, and the Admirals lead it 3-0. Alcoa has in the paint with the ball Jay Kirk, and Kirk powers up a shot, good. Started to say Alcoa has played a couple of games. They've got wins already over Austin East this week and Morristown East. 73-54, they beat Austin East. Here's Foshi coming open through the lane on a feed from Britton Lewis. Missed the shot. Putback, though, is true by Reed Vining. Vining follows up the miss, and Farragut leads 5-2. Monday, they defeated Austin East 73-54. Into the paint for Alcoa goes Coco. Missed the shot at the rim. Farragut comes away with the basketball. Foshi in front court, intended for Lanning, but knocked out of bounds by Lankster of Alcoa. Farragut retains possession. 5:10 to go opening quarter. The Admirals leading 5-2. A win over Austin East on Monday for Alcoa, 73-54. Then Tuesday night, it was Alcoa winning at Morristown East 76-38. So a couple of lopsided wins despite not having the full complement of players. Again, 5 players on the football team, which of course is still playing. Dan Lanning, right corner three, no good. Foshi with a backside rebound, finds Parker Lane, top of the key. Three, good! Parker with a couple of threes here early, and Farragut leads it 6-2. Knifing along the baseline, losing a handle on the ball was Kirk. That's picked up by the Tornadoes. And I'm not sure who hit the three. Couldn't understand public address. Looked down for a moment. Lankster, I think, maybe with the three. It's 8-5. Farragut by 3. Lewis looking to answer at the other end and does so. Britton Lewis with a 3 from the right corner. Farragut's got 3 threes here early on. Parker Lane with a couple, and Britton Lewis tacks on one. The Admirals lead it 11-5. Spinning Coco into the lane, and Reed Vining swats away the shot. Knocked it out over the baseline. Big block by Vining. .401 to go, first quarter, as Coco for Alcoa inbounds from the baseline. And it comes right side to Lankster. Lankster guarded by Lanning. Bumped and fouled. Foul on Lanning will be his first, and the team's second. Lewis has the other for Farragut. Inbound feed comes to Kirk. Kirk working against Lewis, spins in the paint, and that is pretty good defensive play, it looked like, by Reed Vining. They called the foul on him. First foul on Vining, third foul already on Farragut. 3:51 to go, first quarter. And so at the line, it'll be Jay Kirk, who missed a pair previously. First toss is good. Kirk has 3. Lankster, I believe, hit the three-pointer for Alcoa. Meanwhile, Farragut's got 2 from Reed Vining, 3 from Britton Lewis, and Parker Lane with a pair of threes. Second toss is good. Kirk hits them both on this trip. And it's 11-7. Farragut by 4. The Admirals have Matthew Dickens in the ball game. Dickens, number 1 on your Farragut roster, 6'1", a junior, they list him. Lanning with the ball out top, guarded by Kirk. Right side, Parker Lane, three-pointer, good, and he was fouled. Parker Lane knocks down a three on the right side. Tyrone Smith got up underneath him and committed the foul in addition, and so a chance for a rare 4-point play as Parker Lane shooting lights out here on opening night of his senior season. Looking to complete the 4-point play. Free throw, good. 10 first quarter points for Parker Lane as Farragut leads 15-7. Coco picked up by Lane. Man-to-man, baseline cut by Langster, missed the reverse layup going right to left. Rebounds tipped and controlled by Parker Lane of Farragut in front court to Dan Lanning. Lanning fires left corner, Britton Lewis, three-pointer, bang! Admiral shooting lights out from three. Britton with his second to go along with three from long range from Parker Lane. 18-7, the Admirals leading. Coco driving right side, puts it up off the window and scores. Little contact between he and Lane. Parker off balance. Allowed Coco then a pretty good look at the basket. He knocks it down. Here's Lane shooting a three, hits it! Parker Lane unconscious currently. He's got 13 way out on the right side. He knocks it down. And Farragut leads 21-9. Coco, top of the key. Long three-pointer for Coco. Good. Jibriel Coco with his first three-pointer, the second for Alcoa. And it's 21-12. 2:34 to go, first quarter. Farragut by 9 as Alcoa head coach Ryan Collins using a 30-second timeout. And didn't get a chance to mention the coaches. I guess I did. Farragut, of course, coached by J.P. Burris, assisted by Adam Jenkins, Corey Johnson, and Randy Schwartzentruber. Alcoa is coached by Ryan Collins. He's assisted by Keith Stevens, Alden Collins, Mackay Carter, and Jared Laverdier. 2:34 to go, opening quarter. Again, Alcoa 2-0 this season, 31-6, the AA runner-up a year ago after being state champions in 24 and 23 in the AA classification. They're in AAA or 3A this year, District 5, along with South Doyle, Heritage, Loudon, and Sequoia. Matthew Dickens off to Britton Lewis. Lewis's pass is going to be deflected out of bounds into the Alcoa bench. Farragut with the ball side front court, leading 21-12, 2:23 to go first quarter. That new look for the Farragut District 4 makeup. Farragut, Bearden, the mainstays, with Oak Ridge coming over, Lenore City rejoining District 4. That's got to be a... How was that not on the contact with Coco and Lane? A foul. Wasn't called, but at least the ball was touched last by Alcoa as it trickles out of bounds across the way. Ray County, McMinn County, new additions, as well as Oak Ridge. Britton Lewis, three-pointer, left side, no good, and the ball bounced up and hit the basket support, and as a result goes over to Alcoa. Bounced high off the rim and belongs to the Tornadoes. Farragut by 9, Alcoa with the basketball. 2:05 to go first quarter. Langster, guarded by Lanning, shoots a three from out top, off the back of the rim. Rebound tipped out of bounds, touched last by Farragut. Coco with 5, Kirk with 4, Langster with 3 for Alcoa. Farragut's got 13 from Parker Lane. Thrown away in the paint, picked up by Dickens, ahead to Parker Lane. Lane with the layup, good at the other end. Alcoa turns it over on the inbound, and Farragut leads 12. Into the paint for Alcoa. Shot up on a Euro step and maybe an additional step in addition. Jay Kirk misses. Farragut rebounds away the miss. 90 seconds to go. Lanning driving through traffic in the paint. Shot won't go. Rebounded away by Langster. Alcoa with the ball in front court in the hands of Jay Kirk. Kirk left side picked up by Dickens. Three-pointer is an air ball, but down low it goes right to low on the baseline. Gives to Coco. Left side head fakes the shot. gives it off to Langster. He'll try another three and hits it. Langster with his second three of this opening quarter, and Farragut by 8. Long pass in front court, thrown away. Tried to get it to Reed Vining, and it's stolen away by Alcoa. Coco driving in the paint for Alcoa, and he will be fouled. 23-15, Farragut by 8. Aiden Foshee going to return to the game for Farragut. Didn't catch who the foul was on. Unfortunately, they don't put it on the scoreboard here at Farragut. Can't make out public address. Inbound feed comes to Kirk. Working on the right block against Lewis. Powers up the shot. Good. He's got superior size and just kind of backed him down and scores the basket. Kirk's got 6. 23-17. Farragut by 6 inside. The Admirals will go. And a nice little pump fake by Reed Vining. Then goes up strong with the right hand. And Reed Vining now with 4 points. 25-17. The Admirals by 8. Coco guarded by Parker Lane. Moves to the free throw line. Pulls up for a 15-footer and hits it. 7 points for the Alcoa senior Coco. 25-19. Farragut by 6. First quarter winding down. Dan Lanning driving right side all the way to the basket with the right hand. Scores over Jack Tarwater just into the ball game for Alcoa. Lanning with his first basket. The 4th Admiral to score. Coco in the paint puts up a quick shot with the right hand over Parker Lane. No good. Ball tipped out. The Admirals' Britton Lewis will pick it up, fires ahead to Lanning, but the Admirals will not get a shot off as the first quarter comes to an end. 27-19. Farragut leading by 8 after 1. A 1-minute break here for our sponsors. We'll return with second quarter action on the other side as you listen to Farragut High School basketball on West 105, online at WFIV.com, as well as the Admiral video stream on 105.3 WFIV's YouTube channel. A direct link provided at FarragutAdmiralsBasketball.com.
WFIV 105.3 FM, Loudon, Farragut, Lenore City.
You're listening to West 105.
Hey, it's Matthew Bryan. Trust my local insurance team and me at Bryan Insurance Group for all your insurance needs. Personal or business insurance, our team will find the most affordable rates and coverage you need. Call us at 865-983-8114 or find us online at bryaninsurance.com.
Leaky pipes.
Oh no!
Toilets clogged.
Oh, help!
Don't freak out. Just call us. Problem solved.
Okay.
No job too big. No job too small.
Oh, great.
Repairs, installs, relax. We do it all.
Valley Plumbing. Any plumbing issue, anytime. Call your Valley Plumbing professionals today at 865-351-0643 or visit valleyplumbingtn.com. That's valleyplumbingtn.com.
First possession of the second quarter for Farragut, 27-19. The Admirals leading. Foshee inside, Vining, right hand at the rim, scores over Jay Kirk. And Vining's got 6 points now, and the Admirals on the board to begin quarter number 2, leading 29-19 over visiting Alcoa. Langster, guarded by Farragut's Everly, just into the ball game at the quarter break. Connor Everly, 6'1", a junior, number 4 on your Admiral roster. With the ball, right side, Jay Kirk for Alcoa puts a shot up right side of the paint, no good over Britton Lewis, rebounded away by Farragut's Reed Vining. Ahead it comes to Aiden Foshee. Foshee in front court finds Parker Lane, right side 3, no good. Parker was absolutely unconscious in the first quarter. Nice bounce pass ahead in transition for Alcoa. Goes to Elliot Gomez, and the freshman lays it up and in. Gomez scores. 29-21, Farragut by 8. Admirals with the ball. Connor Everly left side, out top to Britton Lewis. He's guarded there by Tyrone Smith. Got around Smith, drives into the paint. A lot of contact, and indeed there was a foul called, as it'll be Jay Kirk picking up the personal. First foul of the second quarter, and Lewis in the act of shooting. When hacked, will have 2 free throws. Farragut 1 of 3 from the foul line. 1 of 4 as Lewis can't get the first to go down. Lanning and Dickens return to the game for Farragut. Parker Lane's going to get a breather, I think. No, excuse me, Reed Vining late to check out. Connor Everly leaves the floor as well. And so Lewis with the second toss, good. Hits 1 of 2, he's got 7. Parker Lane with 15, Britton Lewis with 7, Reed Vining with 6, Dan Lanning with 2. That's Farragut's scoring. And the Admirals leading 30-21. We got a timeout on the floor. It was unanticipated here early in the second quarter. And so I did not see which team asked for it, but it's a 30-second timeout. One would think it would have been Farragut, that Alcoa would not want to use a second timeout this early in the game, having used one in the opening quarter, but can't say for sure. No place on the scoreboard for that to be indicated. Into front court, Jibriel Coco for Alcoa. Gives right side of the paint to Kirk. Kirk trying to back down Britton Lewis. Misses a first shot, misses a follow. Now a loose ball, and Kirk loses it out of bounds. Reed Vining. That was only a brief blow for Vining. He's back into the ball game. Britton Lewis now will get a break. 30-21, Farragut by 9. As the Admirals have Aiden Foshee inbounding, comes into Matthew Dickens, leaves it off with Dan Lanning. Lanning in front court, guarded by Tyrone Smith. Goes behind his back, got away from Smith, fires to Dickens left side. Coco takes him on a defensive switch. Dickens, pressured, fires to Foshee, top of the key. Foshee leaves it off inside with Vining, back on the baseline to Foshee for a short jumper, no good. Vining was shoved in the back, no call, and now Alcoa trying to get out on the break will throw it away. Vining absorbed a two-handed shove in the back underneath the glass. No foul call, but again, Alcoa commits its 4th turnover, trying to get out in transition, so the Admirals do get the ball back. 5:48 to go, first half. Lanning spins away from Gomez, gives to Parker Lane, into the corner. Foshee, three-pointer, rims out, and the ball is loose, and Farragut with a great hustle play. Vining gets it to Lanning. Lanning in turn to Lane for a 3, no good, and it's going to be Farragut's Vining with the rebound, and they will say he is tied up. And great effort by Reed Vining all the way around, getting the loose ball, getting the defensive rebound. But he was tied up, they say, briefly, ever so briefly. Alcoa got its hand on top of the basketball and gets it as a result of the alternate possession. Here's a three-pointer hoisted by Langster from out top. No good. Vining had the rebound. Slipping in was the much smaller freshman Elliot Gomez to try to strip the ball away, but succeeded only in knocking it out of bounds. Farragut with the ball and a 9-point lead, 30-21. 5:13 to go first half here at Farragut's Lynn Sexton Gymnasium. Parker Lane to Britton Lewis. Langster on him, man-to-man. Vining, top of the key, has the ball knocked away momentarily by Kurt. Vining grabs it back, gives to Lewis. Lewis knifes through the paint and scores at the rim with the right hand. It'll be Britton Lewis now with 9 points, and the Admirals lead by 11, 32-21. Driving Coco right side. Floater no good on the block. Rebounded away by Foshee. Ahead to Parker Lane. Lane in front court. Cross court to Lewis. Right side 3. In and out. Put back by Foshee. No good. Third try by Lanning. No good. And then cleared by Kirk of Alcoa. Farragut got 3 cracks at it. Couldn't get it to go down. Alcoa's basketball with 4:35 to go in our first half. Gomez out of the ball game. Returning to the lineup for the Tornadoes will be 0, Hanson Lowe. Left side, Smith with the ball, guarded by Foshee. Out top, Coco got a look for 3 and way too strong. However, Kirk with the rebound, but then it's stripped away by Lewis, picked up by Vining. Ahead to Foshee. Foshee fires left wing. Parker Lane, three-pointer, good. Parker Lane knocks down the 3. That's his 5th three-pointer. And the Admirals at the midway point of quarter number 2 to lead at 35-21. Left side, Alcoa with the ball. Jay Kirk out top to Langster. Dan Lanning on him. Langster spinning into the paint. Foul called on Lanning, which is going to be his second. First this quarter on Farragut, but 2 now on Lanning. So Camden Langster, 6'4" senior. Free throw, no good. Lanning's going to check out of the ball game. Farragut gets Matthew Dickens, number 1, the junior, back into the lineup. Second toss for Langster is good. He hits 1 of 2. He's got 7 points to lead. He and Coco both have 7 points to lead the Tornadoes in scoring. And a 30-second timeout being used here, I believe, by Alcoa. I'm going to guess the earlier 30 was Farragut, and this one, Alcoa. And so if I'm correct about that, Alcoa has 3 full timeouts remaining for the remainder of regulation. (35-22). Farragut by 13 with the ball. 3:44 to go in our first half. Matthew Dickens, Parker Lane, Britton Lewis, Aiden Foshee, and Reed Vining for Coach Burris. Lewis to Foshee. Foshee in the paint to Vining. With the right hand, good. Good spacing, good ball movement by the Admirals. And it is Reed Vining with 8 points. Coco working off the moving screen out top, shoots the 3, no good. Smith, though, the long rebound for Alcoa, gives it back to Coco, moves right side into the paint, jumps to a jump stop, then fires into the left corner to Lowe for a 3. No good. Vining with the rebound. Ahead to Parker Lane. Farragut wants to run. Parker all the way to the basket and absorbs contact and the foul. He's going to go to the line to shoot a couple. And Parker Lane, with 2:56 to go in our first half, has a chance to reach 20 points. 18 for Lane in this first half. 1 of 1 from the line, and now 2 of 2 with the second free throw upcoming for the Farragut senior. It is up, and it too is good. So 39-22, Farragut by 17. With the ball low for Alcoa, hands it off to Langster out top. Foshee is on him as he works back and forth off the high screen set by Kirk. Spins in the paint, can't shoot, fires to Lowe in the left corner for a 3, good. Alcoa's freshman, Hanson Lowe, hits his first basket, a 3-pointer from the left corner, and that pulls Alcoa to within 14 at 39-25. 2:25 to go, first half. Foshee with the ball for the Admirals. Guarded by Langster, bounces it off to Reed Vining, top of the key. Smith on him, hands to Dickens. Smith takes him on a switch. Britton Lewis with the ball out top, guarded by Jay Kirk. Vining back to the basket, top of the key, gives it right back to Britton Lewis near midcourt. Now off to Parker Lane, who's shadowed by Tyrone Smith. We move under 2 minutes to go first half. Dickens takes the pass from Lane, moves to the top of the key, guarded by Lowe. Pass left side, stolen away. Langster with the steal, given to Lowe. Tried to give it back, and Farragut's Britton Lewis knocks it away. The teams exchange turnovers. Parker Lane fires down low to Vining, missed on the first shot, but the Admirals are there to follow it up with Aiden Foshee. Aiden Foshee with the basket. And now a full timeout being used by Farragut. And so 41-25, the Admirals leading by 16 with 1:35 to go until halftime. A full timeout being taken by Coach Burris. We'll get a 30-second break here ourselves and return with more as you listen to Farragut High School Hoops on West 105.
Merry Christmas from everyone at Citizens Bank, and a friendly reminder to stay alert for scams this season. Watch for fake social media giveaways, requests for payment by gift card, or imposters posing as bank employees. Citizens Bank digital banking tools can help you keep tabs on your accounts so you can celebrate more and worry less. Visit citizensbank24.com. Member FDIC.
Farragut back in action on Saturday. Girls and boys both playing a pair of games at Carter. The guys will take on Lakeway Christian at Carter Middle School at 1:30 on Saturday, and then at 4:30 they move over to the high school and face Powell. Girls play at 9 a.m. at Carter High School against Carter, and then the afternoon session they play at 3 o'clock at the high school against White County. Coming out of the timeout, and there's a turnover. They tried the backdoor cut, and Farragut was alert to it, made the steal. Into front court, Britton Lewis takes a feed on the left corner, drives the baseline and scores. Lewis attacking off the feed by Connor Everly. Back into the ball game. He came up with a loose ball at the other end on the deflection, and the Admirals lead 43-25. Coco in front court goes up for a shot in the paint, and Dickens, contesting the shot, commits the foul. Farragut's Matthew Dickens picks up his first personal. 43-25, let's see. That will be the biggest lead for the Admirals at 18 points. 1:02 to play in our first half. At the line for Alcoa, Jibril Coco. The senior rattles home the free throw. His first free throw attempt of the night is a make. He's now got 8 points. He's Alcoa's leading scorer. Second toss, way too strong, and Everly with the rebound for Farragut. Connor Everly gives it off to Parker Lane. Farragut's also got Reed Vining, Aiden Foshee, Britton Lewis on the floor. Lewis working against Tyler Smith. Off to Parker Lane. Coco on him defensively as Parker dribbles left. Fires to Foshee. Foshee into the paint. Right side to Lewis. Down to 40 seconds. Return the ball out near midcourt to Parker Lane. Everly, right side. Back out top to Parker. Down to 25 seconds. Britton Lewis takes the pass. He's being guarded by Carter Reynolds, a new addition to the lineup for Alcoa. Reynolds, number 4, is a freshman. Britton Lewis, with 13 seconds to go in the half, gives to Parker Lane. Lane bumped and fouled by Coco with 8.9 seconds. That'll be the first foul on Coco and the third on Alcoa. 8.9 seconds to go in the first half. Farragut inbounding across the way in front of the standing student section with 8.9 seconds. Farragut up 43-26. Loop it in rear court to Aiden Foshee. Foshee got away from Langster. Moves into the paint. Gives back to Lewis. Lewis from the free throw line. Jumper, no good. Vining with the rebound. His follow, I think, was after the horn. It was no good. And Farragut will go to the locker room, leading the visiting Tornadoes by a score of 43-26. So the Admirals led it 27-19 after one and lead it 43-26 here at the break. Farragut with a 16-7 second quarter advantage, opening up a 17-point cushion at the break. Still a lot of basketball to be played. If that don't need any more of a refresher on that fact than the girls' game, as the Lady Admirals went to the locker room up 12, but were unable to hold on to that lead as Alcoa's rallied in our first game this evening for a 62-56 victory. Farragut boys up 17 will look to finish it out over the final 16 minutes. Halftime upon us. Let's get a 2-minute break. We'll return to take a look at the first half numbers on the other side. You're listening to Farragut High School basketball on West 105 worldwide at WFIV.com and the Admiral video stream on 105.3 WFIV's YouTube channel, a direct link provided at FarragutAdmiralsBasketball.com.
The Shrimp Dock, Knoxville's premier fresh seafood market, offers fresh seafood entrees at all 3 of its area locations. Po' boys, crab cake plates, fish tacos, shrimp, salmon, and more. Choose an entree, choose a side and a beverage, dine in or carry it out. You won't regret making the Shrimp Dock your choice for a seafood meal. 3 locations to serve you: Farragut, Bearden, and Alcoa. All locations open at 10 a.m. Monday through Saturday and at 11 a.m. on Sundays. Like us on Facebook for the Fish of the Week and other weekly specials. The Shrimp Dock, Knoxville's premier fresh seafood market.
This is Derek Meisel with Meisel Wealth Partners. Are you still funding your 401k today? If so, you need to consider this. With our federal debt soaring past $35 trillion and the interest rate related to that debt now representing 1/6 of our federal budget, your retirement savings might not be as secure as you think. Don't leave your future to chance. Discover a wiser tax-free alternative today. Isn't it time you experience the Miser difference? Call Miser Wealth Partners today at 865-281-1660.
If you're an LCUB Electric customer, it's time to upgrade. Experience true fiber to the home, the fastest internet available. Get affordable fixed pricing, free installation, no contracts, and local customer service. It's not too good to be true. LCUB is connecting new neighborhoods every month with gig speed fiber internet starting at $69.99 a month, Wi-Fi included. Check your availability now at lcub.com.
Shop Farragut loves Farragut sports. From football to basketball to baseball and softball, we love supporting our hometown teams. We also love it when you shop Farragut and support our hometown businesses. You'll find everything you want when you shop Farragut. So support our local businesses and shop Farragut every day.
We got big pots and mom and pops, so many groovy restaurants. Shop Farragut.
Opening night for Farragut High School hoops of the 2025-2026 season. Strong first half for the Lady Admirals in our first game of the night, but Alcoa rallied in the second half to win it by a final of 62-56. That was the season opener for the Lady Tornadoes as well, who were led by Briley Flatt, who had 18 points. Hallie Bailey chipped in 14. The Lady Admirals led by KJ McNeely, who had 24. Trinity Curry chipped in 20. But again, both teams playing their season opener, and Farragut saw a 12-point halftime lead dissolve, and Alcoa ends up winning it 62-56. So the Lady Tornadoes, I believe, next play, let's see, Saturday. They'll be at Carter as well, taking on Kings Academy. I don't think I've got accurate what Alcoa's boys are doing next. I mean, on their schedule that I saw, their next game would not be until December 9th against Loudon. That's all but impossible to believe, having already played a couple of games this week, wins over Austin East and Morristown East, both of those on the road. So Farragut back in action on Saturday at Carter. The girls playing at 9 o'clock against Carter, and then later on against White County at 3 in the afternoon on Saturday. The boys, meanwhile, at 1:30 will play at the middle school over at Carter against Lakeway Christian, and then go to the high school for the 4:30 matchup against Powell on Saturday. So both teams, a couple of games coming up. And then you've got the Thanksgiving Classic here at Farragut High School. Girls are scheduled to play Monday and Tuesday against Maryville and McMinn Central respectively, and then the boys taking on Carnes and First Baptist Academy on Monday and Tuesday respectively. Those games 7 and 8:30, by the way, next week. And then the following week you've got Farragut playing at Maryville, which is no longer a district opponent, on Tuesday the 2nd of December, and then opening district play on Friday the 5th. That will be the Admirals hosting Hardin Valley, and that will be our next Farragut Admiral basketball broadcast here on West 105. So looking forward to that one. The district opener, always fun whenever Farragut and Hardin Valley get together. And so you've got Farragut and Hardin Valley and Bearden remaining from last year's District 4 alignment, and added to the mix Oak Ridge, Lenoir City, McMinn County, and Ray County, while District 4 loses the likes of Maryville, William Blount, and West. And Oak Ridge also added to the mix, if I did not mention that. But as we were saying with Coach Mayfield, it's definitely a different looking, somewhat bizarre for the traditionalist looking District 4, but some new opponents. It'll be interesting to go to some different gyms for sure, and to have the opportunity to return to Lenoir City, which was for a long time a member of District 4. So we're at halftime of our boys game, and the Admirals leading here at the break. By a score of 43-26. Admirals up 6 early on, 11-5, then up 8 at 15-7, led by 11 at 18-7, pushed the lead to 12 at 21-9, and Alcoa closed to within 8 at the quarter break. 27-19 was our score. Farragut got it back to a double-digit lead at 31-21. Led by 14 at 35-21, extended the lead to 17 at 39-22, made it 18 at 43-25, and currently up 17, 43-26 after a 16-7 second quarter advantage for Farragut. Looking at the individual scoring from the first half, first for the visiting Tornadoes of Alcoa, Hanson Lowe, a single basket, a second quarter three-pointer. Jibriel Coco, 1 of 2 from the line, 1 3-pointer, 8 points for Coco. Jay Kirk, 2 of 4 from the line, 6 points for Kirk. Elliot Gomez with 2 points. Camden Langster, 2 threes, 1 of 2 from the line, 7 points for Langster. Alcoa shoots 4 of 8 from the foul line, obviously 50%, and had the 4 3-pointers. Again, 2 from Langster, 1 apiece from Coco and Lowe. For Farragut, Dan Lanning, 2 points. Reed Vining, 8 first half points. Reed was 0 of 2 from the foul line. Britton Lewis, a pair of 3-pointers, 1 of 2 from the line. Lewis with 11 first half points. Aiden Foshee with 2 points. And Parker Lane, man, he came out like a house on fire. Hit his first, I believe, 4 3-pointers. Had 15 first quarter points, including a 4-point play. Fouled on a made 3-pointer, knocked down the free throw to boot. And then also tacked on an additional 3 in the second quarter, a pair of free throws. And so Parker Lane with 20 first half points, 3 of 3 from the line and 5 3-pointers. The Admirals with 7 3-pointers total. Parker with 5, Britton Lewis with 2. And the Admirals at the free throw line, 4 of 7, 57%. Admirals up 43-26. Just about set for third quarter action. Let's get a quick 30-second break here. We'll return with the third quarter on the other side as you listen to Farragut High School Hoops on West 105.
You never think about your garage door until there's a little... Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Or even the occasional...
Now that can be good.
That's why the pros at Precision Garage Door Service are available same day with fully stocked trucks to fix it fast. So we can turn into...
Oh my, wow.
Precision Garage Door Service, the name you can trust.
Third quarter set to get underway here at Farragut's Lynn Sexton Gymnasium. Eric Gerhardt along with you. Back at our WFIV studios, Dusty Street, and behind the camera, if you're watching the Admiral video stream on 105.3 WFIV's YouTube channel, that would be Nick Blankenship. We appreciate you joining us wherever you're listening in. Perhaps the greater Knoxville area, the traditional way, on the FM dial, 105.3, online, WFIV.com, and the, again, aforementioned video stream, which there should be a direct link for that video stream at FarragutAdmiralsBasketball.com. Parker Lane, left side 3 for the Admirals, good from the corner, and Parker starts the second half just as he started the game, bearing a 3-pointer, 23 points, his 6th 3 of the night for Parker, and Farragut leads 46-26. Coco trying to answer for Alcoa, bombs from the right side and hits it. Second 3 for Coco. He's got 11 points. Farragut in front court leading 46-29. Just underway third quarter. Britton Lewis colliding with Smith out front. Smith's hands all over Lewis as he drives the lane. Leaves it with Foshee in the left corner for 3. No good. Reed Vining. Put back missed. May have been partially deflected by Jay Kirk. And Alcoa comes away with the ball. Coco in front court, hands off to Kirk, guarded by Lewis. Kirk down the right side of the paint. And Farragut reaches in and fouls, I believe, with Foshi. No, they gave it to Lewis. That'll be his second. So Lanning has 2 fouls, and Lewis now has 2 fouls for Farragut. And I don't believe anybody for Alcoa has more than 1. At the free throw line, Jay Kirk, 6'5" junior. 2 of 4 from the line tonight. It's been feast or famine, his 2 trips, 0 for 2 and then 2 for 2. He misses on the first here and splits the difference this time. It's 1 of 2. 7 points for Kirk. Farragut by 16. Parker Lane working against Tyrone Smith into front court. Gives to Britton Lewis, who's guarded by Hanson Lowe. Back to the basket out top. Right side, Parker Lane head fakes the 3. Look for the pick and roll action with Vining, nothing doing, so gives to Lanning, exchanges it with Daniel on the right side. Dan then goes inside to Vining, and Smith hit the deck, and a blocking foul called on Alcoa's Tyrone Smith. I believe he's the first Tornado with a second foul. So Dan Lanning to inbound, baseline, comes in to Vining, gives it back to Lanning, out top to Parker for a 3, good! Parker Lane, his 7th three-pointer of the night, 26 points for the senior. 6:18 to go, third quarter. Farragut up 49-30. Coco in the paint, right side to Langster. Langster can't get a shot off. Good defense by Lanning. Now with the ball, it'll be Kirk driving into the paint, stripped on a help defense, and out of bounds off for Farragut. Vining help defense, knocked it away. Now they'll inbound right to Kirk right away, and Kirk goes up with the shot. Good. Farragut maybe caught a little bit tardy that time. And now the Admirals throw it away. Alcoa with a steal. It's Kirk at the rim, fouled. And that's not good. Britton Lewis will be assessed his 3rd foul here early in the third quarter. At the scorer's table, Connor Everly for Farragut. Kirk hits the first of 2 on this trip. He's got 10. Everly into the ball game for Lewis with those 3 fouls. 5:48 to go when he leaves. Mark that on the score sheet. Second free throw is missed, and Farragut rebounds it away with Reed Vining. Now Lanning will have it knocked from his grasp in rear court and into the Alcoa bench by the Tornadoes' Jay Kirk. Farragut with the ball deep in rear court, leading by 16. Aiden Foshi to inbound. Ball's deflected off Parker Lane. Foshi on the deck, saves it to Parker. Parker 2-on-1 break, bounces it off to Vining. Vining goes up for a shot. It's blocked from behind. Farragut on the deck with Everly, and we're going to have a held ball. Great hustle by Connor Everly. And at the other end, great effort by Foshi, avoiding a turnover. Good defensive play by Alcoa with some quick hands, I believe, by Coco, knocking the ball off of Parker. It looked like it was going to go out of bounds off of Farragut, and the Admirals got on the deck and saved it. Then at the other end, great effort by Everly. However, the alternate possession is to the Tornadoes. Possession arrow. 49-33. Farragut by 16. 5:25 to go. Third quarter. Coco, guarded by Parker Lane, picks up his dribble on the perimeter, gives it off to Kirk. Kirk to the elbow, fires it back to Langster left side. Langster puts up a shot left side, rims out, rebounded away by Reed Vining. Strong rebound by Vining. Parker Lane into front court for Farragut. Drifts left, gives to Everly. Everly pressured by Smith, and Smith's going to be called for a pushing foul. Smith doing a good job anticipating Everly's change of direction, was kind of beating him to the spot each time, but then is called for a pushing foul. I think it's his third. Farragut inbounding side front court, comes in to Vining. Vining in the corner with the ball, guarded by Jay Kirk. And play was stopped momentarily. Lanning's going to have the ball knocked away by Langster. Dan trying to get it back. Ball's loose on the deck, and Alcoa comes up with it. Coco is going to be fouled from behind. Fouled by Farragut's Aiden Foshi. Inbound feed comes to Kirk. Missed, got his own miss. Fortunate for Farragut that he missed on the follow, and he's going to have a couple of free throws as Farragut's Dan Lanning commits the foul. And so that's a couple of times now that Alcoa has been easily able to get the ball in from underneath the basket to Jay Kirk. I felt like the first time Farragut was still looking to the bench for some clarification. That time, not so much. And so Farragut fortunate that this is not a three-point play opportunity for the Tornadoes, as Kirk missed the shot from point-blank range. First free throw is up and good by Kirk. He's got 11. Second toss is good as well, 12 for Kirk. 49-35, Alcoa pressing. Foshi off to Parker Lane. Lane in front court, loops it to Dan Lanning. And Coach Burris is going to use a 30-second timeout. So I believe Farragut has 2 full timeouts remaining. And I think Alcoa has all of its full timeouts. I think we're out of 30s at this point. 49-35. Farragut by 14 in possession of the ball with 4:32 to play in our third quarter. The Admirals led 27-19 after one. A 16-7 second quarter advantage for Farragut resulted in a 17-point lead at halftime, 43-26. Parker Lane, Reed Vining, Aiden Foshi, Connor Everly, Dan Lanning on the floor for Coach Burris. Britton Lewis on the bench with 3 fouls. Lane inbounds to Lanning, guarded by Tyrone Smith. High post, Reed Vining. Jay Kirk on him. Vining spins away from him, takes it strong to the hoop. Reverse layup won't go. Reed got his own miss on a tip. Deep under the basket, trying to find a shooting angle, and got it to go. Tremendous play by Reed Vining, who's in double figures now. Vining, great effort. 51-35, the Admirals by 16. Langster with the ball, guarded by Everly. Looked like he got it caught up on his hip. No call either for a dribble, a double dribble, or a walk. Here's Coco driving against Parker Lane into the paint. Fadeaway is good. Coco with 13 points. 5 in the quarter, and it's 51-37 Farragut. 3:45 to go third quarter. Lanning right side to Everly. Everly moves out top, gives off to Parker Lane. Hanson Lowe matches up with him. Parker got around Lowe, drives into the paint, lost a handle on it on the way up, and they say it was off of Alcoa. Britton Lewis back into the ballgame with 3:33 to go in the third quarter, so he sat for 2 minutes and 15 seconds. Into the game, as this is Lewis, and they're going to call a charge. As soon as he returns to the game, a player control foul. That's just not a good call. Farragut's 6th turnover. Full timeout being taken, I think, by Alcoa. We'll say that's the case. 51-37. Farragut leading by 14 with 3:31 to go, but the Tornadoes with the basketball, and Britton Lewis for Farragut on the bench. with 4 fouls. Back in 30 seconds with more as you listen to Farragut High School Hoops on West 105, worldwide at WFIV.com, and on the Admiral video stream, 105.3 WFIV's YouTube channel.
Banking should feel personal, and at Hearthside Bank, we make sure it does. With services designed for you, from everyday banking to complex loans, we're here when you need us. Visit our Farragut branch today and discover the difference of banking with a local team that is always within reach. Hearthside Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Back here at Lynn Sexton Gymnasium, Admirals returning to Donald Dodgen Court with Connor Everly back in the lineup for Britton Lewis with those 4 fouls. So Connor Everly joining Parker Lane, Reed Vining, Aiden Foshee, and Dan Lanning. Everly, the junior, the others, the seniors. Alcoa with the ball, trailing by 14. Coco driving, baseline, puts a shot up against Vining, who came over to help out, missed, but it's kept alive by Lowe. Now driving in off the left side is going to be Jay Kirk, and fouled on his way to the basket. Kirk will have a couple of free throws. Foul on Lanning, and so that'll be his 4th. So up off the Farragut bench, Matthew Dickens for Lanning. And Kirk with a free throw, good. He's got 13, and he suddenly found the range at the line. He's hit 3 in a row and 5 of his last 6 after missing on 3 of his first 5. Kirk, the junior, second toss is good. 14 for him. And Farragut's leads down to 11, 51-40. Matthew Dickens threw it away. It's going to be a steal by Kirk, and then they say Kirk pushed off on Foshee. So the teams exchange the ball back and forth, and Kirk picks up the offensive player control foul, his 2nd. And Farragut with a 12-point lead, and Alcoa pressing. Foshee ahead in front court to Dickens, who immediately picked up his dribble, was double teamed, and bailed out with a foul. Foul called on Jibril Coco. I think it's his 2nd. And the team 4th. So 2:55 to go in the 3rd quarter. And the Admirals and Tornadoes are both shooting free throws the rest of this 3rd quarter. So here's Parker Lane. Bumped by Coco, no foul call. Pulls up right side jumper, no good. And Coco gets the deflection for Alcoa. In front court, pass comes to Jay Kirk. Kirk's pass to Langster in front of the Alcoa bench is deflected out of bounds by Farragut. Tornadoes ball side front court. 51-39, the Admirals by 12 after leading at halftime by 17. Inbound to Jay Kirk. Farragut going zone. Kirk, 17-footer straight in front, no good. Vining, battling against 3 Tornadoes, gets the rebound. Outlet to Dickens. Dickens ahead of the pack, lays it up and in. Matthew Dickens gets out on the break. Good look ahead by Reed Vining. After out-battling 3 Tornadoes for that defensive board. Here's a 3 by Langster, no good. And that's got to be a push in the back on against Alcoa, right? Yeah, had to be. Vining had inside position and got hammered from behind. And so Kirk picks up his 3rd foul. Alcoa continues to press. So that's, if that's a team 5th, why are we not shooting free throws? That's what it had said on the board. Okay, 5 fouls. So there was some discussion about the number of fouls or perhaps the nature of the foul and whether it should result in free throws. And so Parker Lane tried to sneak in there to shoot the free throws, but even with the delay, the officials realized that it was the fouled party was Farragut's Reed Vining. So it'll be Vining, who's 0 for 2 at the line tonight, shooting a pair. First toss, good. Reed's got 11, and the Admirals lead at 54-39. Vining, the 6'4 senior, short on the second toss. Langster rebounds it away. Farragut didn't have anybody in the lane. Everybody back in rear court. Farragut in its half-court zone. Foul difficulties for Lanning and Lewis on the baseline. Short jumper by Lowe. That's a soft spot in the zone. Missed it. Put back no good. Third try no good. But Kirk was fouled. Aiden Foshee is called for the foul. His second, I think. And so Kirk, who is going to the line repeatedly in this third quarter, back there for 2 more. 14 points for Kirk. These will be free throws 9 and 10 for him this quarter. 1:54 to go in the third quarter. And Farragut up 54-39. We've got some perspiration on the floor underneath the basket, so they'll mop that up as best they can. Farragut led 27-19 after 1, up 43-26 at halftime, and currently up 15-54 to 39 with Dan Lanning and Britton Lewis both on the bench with 4 fouls apiece. So the floor deemed sufficiently dry. Now it'll be Jay Kirk with a free throw, no good. That snaps a string of 4 straight makes, 6 of his last 7. Kirk, second free throw, good. So he's got 15. Alcoa's leading scorer. Farragut against the press, gets into Connor Everly, spins away from a double team, heads up the sideline, now picks up his dribble, leaves it back with Aiden Foshee. Foshee crosses over into front court, gives to Everly on the left wing, down low on the block to Vining. Vining goes up with the right hand and scores. Scores over Lowe. Good job by Vining, recognizing that he could go up and over Lowe for the basket rather than putting the ball back out on the perimeter. Farragut by 16. Lowe with the ball left side, guarded by Foshee. Gives off to Kirk. He'll try a 3. Rims out, and Dickens comes from the perimeter and snares the rebound. Then ahead it comes to Everly, and his pass is going to be deflected out of bounds. Lowe able to get a hand on it and knocked it over towards Coach Dodgen and Jack Tate. Farragut with the ball side front court. Into rear court to Dickens. Dickens off to Parker Lane. Langster at the top of this Alcoa defense on Parker Lane. A minute to go in the third quarter. Vining takes the pass and is kind of stumbling through the lane, lost it on the way up. I'm not sure if that was a shot or if it just came free, but here's Alcoa in front court with the right hand driving the lane, and scoring will be Jibriel Coco. He's got 15, tying Jay Kirk for high scoring honors among Tornadoes. Parker Lane, other end, three-pointer, no good. And Vining, good box out, is going to be fouled from behind as Langster comes over Vining's back and picks up the second foul. Weak side rebound by Vining. Good position by the Farragut senior. And so Reed will shoot a couple with 36.5 seconds remaining in our third quarter. First is good. 14 points for Reed Vining. Parker Lane's got 26. Vining's got 14. Lewis has 11 on the bench. Dickens and Lanning 2 points apiece. Lanning also on the bench with 4 fouls. And Vining hits them both. He's got 15 now. And Farragut leads by 16, 58-42. 30 seconds to play. Third quarter. Coco goes inside to Kirk, and he missed on a quick shot from the right block over Vining. Rebound by Foshi. Outlet to Everly. Everly goes right at Coco and scores with the left hand. Connor Everly with his first basket. Back the other way, it's Langster for Alcoa to Kirk. Kirk spinning down the right side of the lane. And a blocking foul on Farragut's Dickens, who for his efforts took a shot to the chops with the elbow of Kirk. But Kirk will shoot 2 free throws. Dickens picks up his second foul. I've run out of room on the third quarter portion of Jay Kirk's line on my score sheet for free throws. He shot so many. Misses on the first of 2 here. Second one is good. So he shot 13 free throws this quarter. Here's Parker Lane. Quick 3, left side. May have been a bit premature. Missed it. Alcoa comes up with a loose ball. Heaves it the length of the floor. No good. And we move to the fourth quarter with Farragut leading Alcoa in this season opener for the Admirals. Game 3 for the Tornadoes, who come in 2-0 with impressive road victories over Austin East and Morristown East. But it's the Admirals leading as we move to the fourth quarter, 60-43. Back in 1 minute with fourth quarter action as you listen to Farragut High School Hoops on West 105.
Leaky pipes.
Oh no!
Toilets clogged.
Oh crap!
Don't freak out. Just call us. Problem solved.
Okay.
No job too big. No job too small.
Oh, great.
Repairs, installs, relax. We do it all.
Valley Plumbing. Any plumbing issue, anytime. Call your Valley Plumbing professionals today at 865-351-0643 or visit valleyplumbingtn.com. That's valleyplumbingtn.com.
Whether you're cheering on the home team or building your dream home, David Zambi Carpet and Floors has you covered. From engineered hardwood to luxury vinyl, elegant porcelain to natural stone, David's has the winning design for every room and the championship team ready to help you score the perfect floor. Locally owned and proud to serve our communities from locations in Farragut, Marable, and Pigeon Forge. Visit David Zambi Carpet and Floors in-store or online today, where the Admirals shop for floors.
Back at Lynn Sexton Gymnasium, Farragut will have the first possession of the fourth quarter, leading Alcoa 60-43. Parker Lane, Aiden Foshi, Connor Everly, Reed Vining, and Matthew Dickens returning to the floor. Same 5 that finished out the third quarter. Start the fourth quarter for Coach J.P. Burris. Langster out top of that defense for Alcoa. Now on a switch, Jay Kirk has got Parker Lane right side. They try to go inside to Vining, and it's thrown away. Vining says he was held unable to get to the ball as a result. But Farragut with a turnover to begin the fourth quarter. It's 8th of the game. I've got Alcoa with 7 through 3 quarters. Farragut had 7 through 3 quarters, but throws it away on the opening possession. It's like Farragut 2-3 zone. Low with the ball, left side for Alcoa. Out top to Coco. 3-pointer is short. Rebound for Farragut. Matthew Dickens. Dickens ahead to Parker Lane. Lane driving, right side, gives to Dickens in the right corner. Now Dickens will dribble it out top, pursued by Langster. Hand off to Aiden Foshi. Now to Parker. Parker Lane, shadowed by Coco. Reached and fouled. Completely unnecessary foul by Coco. But Farragut will take it. Jabril Coco, his third foul. And the first foul of the fourth quarter on either team. Parker Lane inbounding to Connor Everly. Rips it to Dickens. Dickens out top. They come with a double team. Finds Everly right side. Head fakes a 3. Gives off to Vining, and Vining took steps. Kind of got caught in between taking the shot immediately and then realized that 2 defenders had flown by, and he thought better of it. Said, I can attack the basket and make this even easier, but shuffled his feet. And so Farragut with 2 turnovers here early in the fourth. Leading by 17 on the baseline against that 2-3 zone. They get the ball to Smith. He rips it into the left corner for a 3 by Lowe. No good. Smith with the rebound and scores on the stick back. Tyrone Smith, his first basket of the ball game. And Alcoa trails by 15. Aiden Foshi triple teamed at midcourt, loops it to Parker Lane. Lane into the paint, pulls up, short jumper, left it short. Langster the rebound, wants to run ahead to Coco. Coco on the baseline, spins in the corner, drives baseline, and missed at the rim. Got his own miss, goes back up with it, and is fouled. Coco will shoot 2 as Farragut's Aiden Foshee is given the foul, and I think that's his 3rd. Britton Lewis, Dan Lanning continue to be on the bench, although they have now reported to the scorers table, both of those young men with 4 fouls. As Jabril Coco, 1 of 2 from the line tonight, 15 points for the Alcoa senior, puts up the toss, no good. Dickens checks out, Eberly checks out, Lewis and Lanning return to the game. Gomez is set to check in for the shooter for Alcoa, should Coco make this free throw. 6:10 to play. Coco, having missed the first, hits the second, so he's got 16. And no, he didn't check in, excuse me. They brought him back from the scorers table. Farragut in front court, Lanning gets it to Lewis. Lewis right side, Parker Lane, three-pointer, good! Parker from the right wing with a three-pointer. He's got 29 points. That is his 8th three-pointer this evening. Coco pulls up, fires mid-range jumper, right side, no good. Britton Lewis the rebound, gives to Foshee. Ahead to Lane. Parker in front court, and play is stopped because there's a ball on the floor. A smaller variety, looked like, I don't know what it was. About the size of a tennis ball, but white. So Farragut looked like they might have something cooking in transition, but play is stopped. And so now the Admirals inbound side front court. Parker Lane into Dan Lanning. Admirals up 17, 5:35 to play. Reed Vining top of the key, right side to Foshee. Langster on him. Lanning out top. Right side pass to Britton Lewis. Farragut looking to use some clock. It's Parker Lane. Right side to Lanning, poor spacing for the Admirals. Lanning spins away from Coco and his teammate Lane. Now out top, Vining finds Lanning, left side 3 for Daniel, no good. Farragut crashes the boards with Britton Lewis, put back, no good, but a foul, and Britton's going to shoot a couple as he was fouled by Langster. Admirals have been very aggressive on the boards tonight. Britton Lewis, when he's been in there, has done a great job. Reed Vining has been outstanding. Toss good by Lewis. He's got 12. Britton now 2 of 3 from the foul line tonight. 1 of 3 Admirals in double figures. Adds to his total as he hits both free throws. He's got 13, and Farragut leads by 19, 65-46. 5 minutes to play. Coco lobs down low. Farragut closes in with Lewis knocking the pass off the backboard. The deflection picked up by Lanning. In front court finds Parker Lane. Left corner 3, no good. Rebounded away by Alcoa's Jay Kirk. Kirk brings it in front court for the Tornadoes. Dribbles around Lane, is stripped in the paint by Vining. Outlet pass to Parker Lane. Parker driving on Coco with a right hand, scores in transition. Parker now 31 points on the night. Coco drives around Lane to the basket, goes up and hits the shot over Reed Vining. Coco's got 18. Farragut inbounding against the press, comes into Lewis. Lewis hands it off to Lanning in rear court. Lanning across the timeline. Parker had a look for 3, passed it up, gave it to Foshee in the corner for 3, no good. And then a good box out by Alcoa's Jay Kirk. And as Vining tried to tap it out, he was over the back of Kirk. So the foul on Reed Vining will be his second and the team's second of this fourth quarter. Both teams with 2 fouls. Farragut leading by 19 with 4:05 to play. Gomez has returned to the lineup for Alcoa. Vining anticipating a pass for Kirk at the free throw line, knocked it away, but Alcoa saves it with Coco. Coco moves to the top of the key, gives off to Langster. Langster into the right corner to Smith, head fakes a 3, Farragut good closeout. Now Langster with a 3 over Lewis, good. And a full timeout is going to be used by Coach Ryan Collins of Alcoa. I believe that leaves the Tornadoes with one, as Langster rattles home a three from deep on the right wing. His first basket of the second half, his third three of the night, and it's 67-51. Farragut leading by 16 with 3:41 to play. If you're watching our video stream on YouTube, behind the camera, Nick Blankenship, and in addition to being the videographer for Farragut football and basketball, Nick's also the proprietor of A-List Video Solutions, which provides professional video services for a host of occasions, be those personal or business related. A-List Video Solutions is ready and able to assist with weddings, funerals, or any of life's other precious family gatherings. If you think about business-related stuff, if you need to document a conference or presentation, let A-List Video Solutions help with its start-to-finish services. For more information about A-List Video Solutions' wide range of services, call or text 865-679-2276. That's 865-679-2276. 3:41 to go, and the Admirals returning to the floor, in possession of the ball, up by 16. Foshi into Lanning. Alcoa, three-quarter court press. Ball comes in mid-court to Lewis, and he's going to be bumped and fouled by Jay Kirk. That'll be fourth foul on Kirk. Fourth foul on Kirk. Third foul on Alcoa this fourth quarter. Inbound feed comes to Dan Lanning in rear court. Lanning working against Camden Langster. Passes off to Parker Lane, who's chased by Elliot Gomez. Parker gets around him, leaves it off with Lanning. Admirals content, I would think, to burn some clock as Lanning spins out top against Gomez, gives it back to Parker. Now Gomez takes Parker on a switch, and the ball will go off of Gomez out of bounds. Parker into rear court to Lanning. Tyrone Smith will pick him up at midcourt. Lanning across the timeline, gives to Parker. Parker into the paint, off to Vining. Vining straight to the basket with the right hand, scores. Reed Vining with the basket, giving him 17 points now. And Coco into the paint for Alcoa. Hesitates, now goes up with the left hand and scores. Jabril Coco with 20 points to lead the Tornadoes. Farragut double teamed in rear court. Lanning bounces it off to Lewis. It's going to be pocket pick from behind. Coco with a steal, puts up a three, right side, good. Coco's got 23, and the Admirals with their third turnover this quarter, 10th of the game. The Tornadoes capitalize, cut it to 13 at 69-56, 2:28 to go. Lewis double teamed, bounces it off to Aiden Foshi. Right side Lanning, driving baseline. Back out top with a pass to Parker Lane. Gomez on Parker. What a game Lane has had with 31 points. Parker doubled, picks up his dribble, bounces to Lanning. Lanning off to Foshi. Foshi on the baseline to Lewis. Lewis strong to the rack, scores. Lewis has got 15. Good spacing by the Admirals, and Lewis saw his opening and took it. Three-pointer put up by Kirk, no good. Long rebound by Smith of Alcoa, gives it back to Kirk for a jumper straight in front, 14 feet out, no good. Foshi the rebound. The Admirals have numbers, 3-on-1. Lanning to Vining, and Vining took steps. A little lackadaisical, and maybe that's not where you want to go with the ball in transition either. Give it to your post player, but 1:39 to play. (71-56), the Admirals by 15. We've got a timeout on the floor. Both the Lady Admirals and Admirals back in action on Saturday at Carter High School. A play date, 2 games apiece. Lady Admirals get things started at 9 a.m. taking on Carter at the high school. Their second game will be against White County back at the high school at 3 o'clock on Saturday afternoon. The guys, meanwhile, play at 1:30 at the middle school against Lakeway Christian, and their second game Saturdays against Powell at Carter High School at 4:30. Then you got the Thanksgiving tournament here at Farragut High School with the girls on Monday playing Maryville, the guys playing Carnes, 7 and 8:30 the times there. And on Tuesday, the girls at 7 against McMinn Central, the boys on Tuesday against First Baptist Academy at 8:30. We're back with our next WFIV broadcast of Farragut High School hoops for the district opener on Friday, December 5th, as the Admirals host Hardin Valley. Coming up Saturday, February 7th at 5 p.m., it'll be the 14th annual Farragut High School Athletics Hall of Fame banquet. That'll be at 5 o'clock in the school commons. This year's honorees include Coach Eddie Courtney, Drew Burnett, Harrison Eldridge, Katie Green, Anna Miller, Cole Strange, James Thomas, Bailey Williams, and Sarah Yeager. The Service Award inductees will be Michelle Brosette and Richard Huff. But make plans to attend. Again, Saturday, February 7th, School Commons, 5 o'clock, the 14th annual Farragut High School Athletic Hall of Fame banquet. Coming out of the timeout, Alcoa with the basketball, and you got a foul inside on Reed Vining, I believe it was. And so 71-56 our score, but Alcoa going to the line to shoot 2 in the person of Jabril Coco. Coco good on the free throw, giving him 24 points. Alcoa's leading scorer this evening. Second toss is up and good. Anticipate that Brownback will again be catering the Hall of Fame banquet. There's a steal in rear court, and Kirk throws down a dunk. And so Alcoa not going quietly as Farragut turns it over for a 5th time this 4th quarter and flirting with a 6th against the Alcoa press. But I guess Kirk was standing on the baseline when he came up with that theft. So it's down to an 11-point lead for Farragut. 1:15 to play. Lewis trying to get the ball in against Kirk. Gives it to Lanning. Lanning spins against Smith into front court. Finds Foshi. Foshi on the left wing, and they will grab and foul him. Smith gives the foul. Tyrone Smith, the sophomore for Alcoa, picks up his 4th foul. .109 to go. Admirals led by 8 after 1. Led by 17 at halftime. Continued to lead by 17 heading to the 4th. Inbound to Lanning. Lanning making a beeline to the basket. And the ball is stripped from his grasp, knocked out of bounds by a reaching Jay Kirk. At 17 entering the 4th quarter. It's down to 11 right now, but the Admirals continue to have possession with 1:07 to play. In the corner, Parker Lane inbounds to Dan Lanning out high. And they'll give the foul. It'll be Camden Lankster picking up his 4th. So Lanning for Farragut shooting his first free throws of the ball game. And the first one rims out no good. Lanning, the senior, sat a fair amount here in the second half with some foul difficulties. Second toss is short. Rebound by Coco. Farragut misses both tosses. A minute to go, and Alcoa down by 11 as Coco loses his dribble, grabs it back, got around Parker Lane, leaves it off inside with Smith, and Smith misses at the rim. Ball's loose, picked up by Lanning. Lanning able to step over low. Ahead in front court, gives to Parker Lane, and rather than attacking the basket, Parker just holds the basketball and forces Alcoa to give the foul, which they do with Tyrone Smith fouling out of the ball game with 42 seconds to play. So into the ball game for Alcoa, replacing Tyrone Smith will be Jake Tarwater, number 12 for the Tornadoes. Parker, 31 points in the ball game. His first free throws of the second half, 3 of 3 on the night from the line. First toss is good. 32 for Parker Lane. What a debut for this senior campaign for Parker Lane as he hits them both and has 33. Farragut by 13, 73-60. 39 seconds to play. Coco pulls up right side, floater off the window, no good. Got his own miss and scores on the stick back. And Coco just been consistent throughout. He's got 27 now. Farragut in front court. Dan Lanning, left side. Comes to a stop, rifles it back on the perimeter to Lane, down to 20 seconds to play, and Alcoa is not going to bother to foul anymore. Farragut leading by 11, 73-62. And so the Admirals are going to win the season opener. Alcoa is going to drop to 2-1. Parker Lane dribbling out the final seconds. And 73-62 will be the final. Coco and Lane exchange a hug before the handshake line. Again, two outstanding games for those young men on their respective teams. But Farragut wins at 73-62, off to a 1-0 start, and looking forward to a couple of games at Carter on Saturday. Let's get a 3-minute break. We'll return on the other side to take a look at all the final numbers in our boys contest. Again, a season opening victory for the Admirals, 73-62. Back after this as you listen to Farragut High School Hoops on West 105, online at WFIV.com, and the Admiral video stream on 105.3 WFIV's YouTube channel.
WFIV 105.3 FM, Loudon, Farragut, Lenore City.
You're listening to West 105.
Merry Christmas from everyone at Citizens Bank, and a friendly reminder to stay alert for scams this season. Watch for fake social media giveaways, requests for payment by gift card, or imposters posing as bank employees. Citizens Bank digital banking tools can help you keep tabs on your accounts so you can celebrate more and worry less. Visit citizensbank24.com. Member FDIC.
Hey, it's Matthew Bryan. Trust my local insurance team and me at Bryan Insurance Group for all your insurance needs. Personal or business insurance, our team will find the most affordable rates and coverage you need. Call us at 865-983-8114 or find us online at bryaninsurance.com.
Shop Farragut loves Farragut sports. From football to basketball to baseball and softball, we love supporting our hometown teams. We also love it when you shop Farragut and support our hometown businesses. You'll find everything you want when you shop Farragut. So support our local businesses and shop Farragut every day.
We got the big box of mom and pops, so many groovy restaurants. Shop Farragut.
LCUB Fiber Internet is the ultimate neighborhood connection. Thousands of LCUB Electric customers already enjoy our lightning-fast, symmetrical gig-speed fiber internet with unlimited data, lag-free streaming and gaming, and enough bandwidth for all your family's devices. Starting at just $69.99 a month, Wi-Fi equipment included. Enjoy fixed pricing, free installation, no contracts, and local customer service. Check availability at lcub.com and get connected now.
This is Derek Miser with Miser Wealth Partners. Are you still funding your 401k today? If so, you need to consider this. With our federal debt soaring past $35 trillion and the interest rate related to that debt now representing 1/6 of our federal budget, your retirement savings might not be as secure as you think. Don't leave your future to chance. Discover a wiser tax-free alternative today. Isn't it time you experience the Miser difference? Call Miser Wealth Partners today at 865-281-1616.
Eric Garrett back here at Lynn Sexton Gymnasium, Dusty Street in our WFIV studios. And if you've been watching the Admiral video stream, 105.3 WFIV's YouTube channel, a direct link at FarragutAdmiralsBasketball.com. Behind the camera there, you got Nick Blankenship. Appreciate you joining us this evening. Season opening night of Farragut High School Hoops. Lady Admirals were outstanding in the first half of their game, but Alcoa's Lady Tornadoes rallied in the second half for a 62-56 victory. Farragut led tonight in the girls' game by KJ McNeely's 24 points. Trinity Curry chipped in 20. But it's Alcoa winning the season opener for both of those teams. The boys for Alcoa had played a couple of games already. They had defeated both Austin East and Morristown East decisively on the road. Farragut's boys, of course, playing their season opener tonight. And it's the Admirals getting a 73-62 victory at home over the visiting Tornadoes, as Farragut built a 27-19 first quarter lead, then had a 16-7 second quarter advantage, and so led at halftime 43-26. Both teams put up 17 in the third quarter, so the lead continued to be 17 heading to the fourth. Farragut up 60-43, and in the final stanza, Alcoa with a 19-13 edge, but the Admirals with the 11-point victory again, 73-62. I had Alcoa with 8 turnovers tonight, Farragut with 12. 5 of Farragut's 12 turnovers coming in the fourth quarter as Alcoa was able to chip into that Farragut lead, but still never get it back to a single-digit deficit. The Admirals hang on and win by 11. in their season debut. And what a game for Parker Lane, who came out absolutely unconscious in the first quarter. Hit his first 4 3-pointers. One of those he was fouled on. 4-point play, completed a 4-point play to boot. And so 15 first quarter points for Parker. He would finish the first half with 20 and finishes the ball game with 33 to lead all scores. 5 of 5 from the foul line, 8 3-pointers tonight for Parker Lane. Farragut's other points coming from Britton Lewis. Despite some foul difficulties, he chips in 15, going 3 of 4 from the line, and a pair of threes for Britton. Those were in the first quarter when Farragut really set the tone with some outstanding perimeter shooting. Reed Vining had 17 points tonight. Can't say enough about the tough-nosed play of Reed Vining on both ends of the floor. 3 of 6 from the line, 17 points tonight for Vining. Dan Lanning, along with Britton Lewis, some foul difficulties tonight, but Dan with 2 points and was 0 of 2 from the line. Let's see, Matthew Dickens had 2 points. Connor Everly with 2 points for Farragut. And 3, 4, 5, 6. Aiden Foshee, the other Admiral. 7 Admirals in the scoring column tonight. Aiden Foshee with 2 points. So Farragut was 11 of 17 from the foul line. That's 65%, and had 10 3-pointers, 8 courtesy of Parker Lane, and 2 from Britton Lewis. For the Tornadoes of Alcoa, Hanson Lowe, 3 points on a second quarter 3-pointer. Jabril Coco was outstanding for the Tornadoes, 4 of 6 from the foul line, 3 3-pointers. He finished with 27 points on the night. Jay Kirk, 10 of 16 from the foul line. Finished with, let's see, I think I shorted him a point. Finished with 18 tonight. So Kirk with 18. Solid game for him on the interior for the Tornadoes. Tyrone Smith fouled out late, finished with 2 points. Camden Lankster, a couple of threes early, and Farragut did a much better job as the game wore on, not allowing Lankster any breathing space. Really closed out well on those potential 3-point opportunities for Lankster. So he finished with 3 threes in the ball game, 1 of 2 from the line. Lankster with 10 points tonight for the Tornadoes. Alcoa was 15 of 24 from the foul line. Again, Farragut was 11 of 17. So the Admirals shot it at a 65% clip. The Tornadoes a 63% clip from the charity stripe. But they got there 7 more times, scored 4 more points at the line, did the Tornadoes. 7 threes for Alcoa. Again, Farragut had 10, but 7 threes for Alcoa, getting 3 apiece from Jabril Coco and Camden Lankster, and a single 3-pointer from the freshman Hanson Lowe. So I'm not sure about Alcoa's next game. Their girls are playing at Carter, as is Farragut's girls and boys, coming up on Saturday. The schedule I saw for the Alcoa boys did not include Saturday games at Carter. In fact, their next game that I saw on the schedule that I was checking out is not until December 9th, and that seems highly unlikely. That would be a district game against Loudon. District 5-3A this year, which Alcoa is a member of, Alcoa, South Doyle, Heritage, Loudon, Sequoia. Meanwhile, for Farragut, District 4-4A has changed its look. You've got Farragut, Bearden, and Hardin Valley, which are holdovers from last year, but then new members being Oak Ridge, Lenoir City, McMinn County, and Ray County. And our next broadcast here on 105.3 WFIV will be the district opener as Farragut hosts the Hardin Valley Hawks. So looking forward to that. But next games for the Admirals coming up on Saturday at Carter High School, as Farragut at 1:30 at the middle school takes on Lakeway Christian, and then at 4:30 at Carter High School, Farragut matches up with Powell. And that's all in advance of next week's Thanksgiving Classic here at Farragut High School. The boys on Monday night taking on Carnes, and on Tuesday night taking on First Baptist Academy. Both of those are 8:30 starts. The girls playing just before at 7 o'clock against Maryville on Monday and against McMinn Central on Tuesday. So pleased to be joined by Farragut assistant coach Corey Johnson. And coach, let's see, make sure first of all that I've actually got your mic on there. But I tell you, Farragut set the tone in the first quarter with the way that Parker Lane and Britton Lewis were shooting the ball from the perimeter, and then also, too, just Reed Vining's effort, you might say, on the glass and on the defensive end.
Absolutely. That was a big test early for us, Eric, and we're excited to be back. We knew it was going to be a tough just matchup for us. 11 can play, 2 can play, 1 can play. 11 was averaging 23 points going into this game, and then number 2 was averaging 20 points, and then number 1 was averaging 19. We knew we had a task at hand, and the goal was to try to stop 2 out of the 3 of those players, and then we ended up really shutting down that one. I think we held number 11 to 10 points, which was a huge. Britton did good on number 2, but Dan did an incredible job on number 11 and not letting him get hot early, right?
Yeah.
I mean, golly, it was.
Well, and he hit a couple of threes in the first quarter, but it seemed like the closeouts were much better after those first 2. It's like, okay, he doesn't have to be right at the line. He can be 5-6 feet beyond the line, and so the closeouts then, were a little bit deeper.
Right. We kept him uncomfortable. We tried to be there on the catch and forced the drive. Honestly, what was huge for us tonight was Reed just kind of stayed in the paint, and he was guarding number 0, and we just said, hey, best game plan is to have Reed as our 6'5", big around the rim, just try to contest every single shot, and it worked out for us. I think he had, 14 rebounds tonight. It's
wow.
A big deal. 17 points, 14 rebounds.
Yeah.
Shout out Reed. Great performance tonight.
Yeah, we got the points, but I can't track the rebounds. But
I think we got 14. Ben Collins told me 14.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. A tremendous effort from Reed, but really from everybody. I mean, I think about Aiden Foshee, certainly Britton Lewis, but just great hustle all the way around when it came to getting loose balls, creating turnovers. If you turn the ball over yourself, not hanging your head, but instead getting back on the other end, just getting the ball back for your team.
Yeah, I thought our 2-3 was huge tonight. Britton and Dan got in foul trouble, and we had to put them on the bench, and we just had to switch it up a little bit and make Alcoa think, and I think we got them off a little bit and bought us some time to get those guys back in the game, and Connor and Matthew came in and provided a good, steady, just all-around performance for us tonight as well. So proud of those guys.
Joined here by Coach Corey Johnson in the post-game. Parker Lane waiting in the wings. And, so again, the hot shooting gets you off to a good start. But once you built the double-digit lead, they never got it back to single digits because of the defense. And again, those effort plays.
It was encouraging, going into the fourth quarter, like the feeling, like in the gyms, like the game felt closer than what it was, and then you check the stat book, and we tied. We were 0-0, and going to the fourth, neither team was ahead. So it was encouraging to know we held our own, and we weren't up. They weren't up, so we were deadlocked, I think, up 17 going to the fourth quarter. That was super helpful. I'm going to get this young man on the mic, though. 33 points. My goodness. 1,000 points scoring honor tonight. What amazing
what a way to get it.
Start to our season. So I'm so proud of him.
Yeah, and what about the role this young man plays on this team and has for 4 years, but now, I mean, as a senior, obviously, it becomes even larger.
Absolutely. Before he gets on the mic, listen, I'm so proud of him. He's a great basketball player, but honestly, I've watched Parker change his identity from not having it in his performance in basketball and having it in the Lord. He's an incredible spiritual leader for us on and off the court this year, and I think he's just playing free and knowing that, hey, at the end of the day, I'm a child of God. I'm proud of him. He's a great young man.
Awesome. Thank you, Coach. Appreciate you coming up and chatting. We'll get Parker Lane in here as well as Coach Corey Johnson coming up, Assistant Coach Corey Johnson coming up and talking with us afterwards. And I love the additional information on the stats about Reed Vining's 14 points. And so I'll give Parker Lane, as he settles in here beside me, an opportunity to brag on the big man inside. And what about the effort and play of Reed Vining tonight with 17 points and 14 boards?
He played amazing. I mean, the amount of work that he puts in practice, and he doesn't have the best competition sometimes, so he kind of thinks that he gets really confident and stuff, which is good. Yeah. But he was really tested tonight, and he showed how good he is on the offensive board and on the defensive board, and he played great help, and he just did an amazing job. So
I did not notice in pregame how you were shooting, but did you have a feeling that that first quarter was going to be something special? I mean, was there any indication from pregame warm-ups that you were going to be shooting lights out like that from the jump?
Honestly, I didn't shoot it very good in warm-ups. I just shot it okay, but I put in the work and shot enough shots to know that when one goes in, then a lot more can go in. So.
Yeah, when the third one goes down, you feel like you're invincible, I think. Yes, and you had 4 of them there in the first quarter alone, and wind up with 8 threes. Another great thing to be informed about. Coach Johnson saying that you eclipsed 1,000 career points tonight, so congratulations on that. That is huge. Great career accomplishment, and what a way to do it too in a season opening win over an outstanding Alcoa team, and to pour in 33 points in the process to lead all scores. What about this group of guys that you've grown up with playing? It's the all-senior starting lineup, and when I think about the effort you guys played with tonight, it seemed like a bunch of guys that are playing for each other.
Yes, sir. We are just a bunch of best friends. We've been around each other since like 6th grade. We've been playing each other's backyards.
Yeah.
Playing on the blacktop, and then we just have been playing middle school ball together and AAU and all that stuff, so we have great chemistry.
Yeah.
There's a lot of other teams might disagree with one another and want to be the star, but we do a great job of accepting our roles and knowing what each other's best at and finding that way to incorporate it in the game.
All right. So is there any nitpicking on tonight's performance and where you feel like you were deficient? Not necessarily you personally, or it can be, or the team. Was coach picking on anything? You never want to be satisfied, I suppose. But obviously a very solid start to the season. But if there's anything that you're going to nitpick about tonight's game, what would it be?
We got to finish a little bit better. We were up 20, I think it was 20.
About 18 or 20.
What was the final score? How much did we win?
We ended up by 11.
11.
Yeah.
So we had a couple turnovers, had a couple stuff like that against teams when it's closer games and not up by 20 and maybe up by 10 or up by 7.
Yeah.
That's stuff that we got to tighten up. We can't turn the ball over in the crunch time, and so we just got to play better on the end of the fourth quarter.
What about the job some of the guys did with Dan and Britton both in some foul difficulties? You got some real quality minutes tonight, and some of those hustle plays too that I'm talking about. It felt like to me, the effort was just outstanding up and down the roster for Farragut tonight. And certainly you could point to Connor Everly as one of those guys that gave great effort when he was on the floor.
Connor did an amazing job. He didn't know what his role was going to be coming into the season. He really wasn't expecting to play that much because we had Luke Wright, a former guy who transferred out, and Ethan Farragut is currently injured. So his number was called, and he stepped up. And he stepped up in an amazing way. He played great defense, had a clutch layup, and that's that energy that we need off our bench, and he did a great job of bringing that.
So you got a couple of games coming up on Saturday at Carter as you'll take on Lakeway Christian, I do believe, and then Powell. Both of those afternoon games, Lakeway at 1:30 and then Powell at 4:30. Best of luck there, as well as in the Thanksgiving games coming up on Monday and Tuesday. We'll be back for the district opener against Hardin Valley on Friday, December 5th here on the radio. But what a tremendous curtain raiser for you. Congratulations, Parker. Man, it's got to be. It's a lot of fun just to call the game when somebody's as unconscious as you were there in that opening quarter, first half in general. But it's got to be amazing to be that guy on the floor with the hot hand. So great job tonight. Congratulations on an outstanding performance, eclipsing 1,000 career points. And hey, go get them over at Carter on Saturday.
Thank you, sir.
That's Parker Lane, senior for the Admirals tonight, leads all scorers with 33 points. What a ball game from Parker, who has been doing it for 4 years. Is obviously 1,000 career points is a pretty good indication that he's been playing a lot of minutes throughout his high school career. But I guess probably starter from day one. And what a season debut here as he begins his senior campaign. Great job by he and all of his teammates. Again, Parker Lane tonight with 33 points, 8 3-pointers, eclipses 1,000 for his career. Reed Vining with 17 points and 14 boards. Britton Lewis in double figures despite foul difficulties with 15 points. He was big early on with his three-point shooting as well, as Farragut built an early lead between the hot shooting of Lewis and Lane. And then, again, got contributions. Coach Johnson, bragging on Dan Lanning and the job that he did defensively. And Dan had some foul difficulties later in this ball game, but maybe not the offensive night that he would have liked to have had. But as Parker said, everybody's just whatever it takes to win. And Lanning tonight was big on the defensive end. Certainly, you can say the same, too, about the other guys that we mentioned. Connor Everly coming in off the bench and playing great defense. Aiden Foshee made a number of effort plays that extended possessions for the Admirals. And Foshee had a basket as well. But just up and down the roster, the guys that got in the ball game tonight, across the board, you can't say enough positive stuff about them. And it all translates to a 73-62 victory as Farragut hands Alcoa its first loss early in the season. But the Tornadoes had been impressive despite missing 5 guys who are still playing football. They had been impressive in handling Austin East 73-54 and Morristown East 76-38. But the Admirals tonight got the early double-digit lead, and Alcoa never did get it back down to single digits as the Admirals win it 73-62. So again, we are back on, and again earlier in the evening, it was the Lady Tornadoes rallying from being down 12 at halftime. Farragut was up 36-24 at halftime in our girls contest. Alcoa rallied for the 62-56 victory in what was the season opener for both of those teams. KJ McNeely, 24 points, Trinity Curry with 20 for the Lady Admirals, who will look to bounce back Saturday in that early game against Carter, at Carter, 9 a.m. Lady Admirals then White County at 3 o'clock, and the boys on Saturday against Lakeway Christian at 1:30 and Powell at 4:30. So I think I've repeated that enough times that hopefully that's sunk in, and we are back on Friday, December 5th, here at Lynn Sexton Gymnasium. It'll be the district opener as Farragut hosts the Hawks of Hardin Valley. If you can't make it out to root on the Admirals that night or any other night of the regular season when we're going to be here, again, we anticipate that we'll have all of the district regular season games. There's 12 of those. We had tonight's opener. We'll also do non-district games at Jefferson County, I do believe, on Monday, December 15th. Feel like that's a game that's not going to be real convenient for people to travel to, so we'll travel and hopefully have a big listening audience, viewing audience, if people are unable to go to Jefferson County. Hope there's a big crowd there to support the Admirals, but we anticipate going to that one, and then also we anticipate, as far as non-district games go during the regular season, being here for senior night on February 3rd as Farragut hosts Concord Christian. So that's a look ahead at the broadcast schedule, and if on any of those nights, again, you're unable to make it out to the gym, whether here or on the road, feel free, of course, we'd encourage you to dial us up on 105.3 WFIV, WFIV.com for the audio stream anywhere around the world, and the video with Nick Blankenship behind the camera. That's at 105.3 WFIV's YouTube channel. There should be a direct link at FarragutAdmiralsBasketball.com. So these schools, Alcoa and Farragut, split games tonight. The Lady Tornadoes rally for a 62-56 victory in our girls game, and Farragut boys in the nightcap win it 73-62. For Dusty Street, back at our WFIV studios, for Nick Blankenship behind the camera, I'm Eric Gerhardt saying thanks so much for listening, and we wish you a very good night.
Farragut High School basketball on West 105, brought to you by Hearthside Bank Farragut, David's Abbey Carpet, Precision Garage Door Service, LCUV Internet, The Shrimp Dock, Miser Wealth Partners, Valley Plumbing, Shop Farragut, Citizens Bank, Knoxville and Lenore City, and by Bryan Insurance Group, the voice of the Farragut Admirals. This is West 105.
WFIV 105.3 FM, Loudon, Farragut, Lenore City.
You're listening to West 105.
Hello,